frequencies before we start today, because why not, right? We are delayed anyway. Hello! Hold on. Still not actually on the screen yet. Hello and welcome back to Three Counties. Welcome back to another stream and another few hours to hang out with me. How does that sound? Sounds pretty good to me, right? I am, not gonna lie, pretty tired as we do today's stream. That's why we're an hour late. It was parents, dads, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of those nights, basically. We'll get into that in a second though. But today we do have a very fun little stream coming up because I've got us up to the 20th of December, and on the 1st of January, we teed it up last time. Demeester is returning. Malv Demeester returns to Three Counties, which feels like a special moment. It feels like a big moment. Merry Christmas, everybody, as well, in the game. Very true. How are we doing, everyone, though? I hope you're all good. Welcome in those of you on Twitch. Who have we got? We've got Solid Badger, we've got James, we've got Chaz, we've got Knopfler, we've got AJ over on YouTube. Breezy's here. How are you? C Hutch is here. Hope you're good, my friend. Well. He says, currently work with no sleep, having watched the last two stream VODs on 1.5 speed after the Scotland match, so I caught up in time to watch this one live. See, Hutch, I think you might be the most committed viewer in this chat right now. In either chat right now. I hope you're well, my friend. What's the best way to support you with the equivalent of buying you a pint? To be honest, mate, keep up what you're doing. That is the best way to do that. Buying into the whole narrative of the saves and watching them is honestly all I could possibly need you to do. So I appreciate you for doing that, dude. Also, nice comments like that also help. But no, you don't need to buy me a pint. You're all good. We have the most reasonable kickoff time today. We do, don't we? Germany, Curacao at 6 p.m. is quite fun. Who else we got here, though, before getting into that? Rye, Andre Sani, Kokota, Connor, Greenest is here, Ziegerman's here, Brenda's here, Nico's here, Sam's here, Ollie's here, Stream Elements is here. The OGs, you know how it is. Mr. Wilcox, welcome in, dude. The youth only challenges are goated. They are they're really good fun. They are pretty onerous to put together at this stage, but I'm loving them. Yeah. Buy them a lime cordial instead. That'll work. Yeah. We do like a little lime and soda. That'll be fine. What has the biggest surprise been so far at the World Cup? Right, should we talk World Cup chat before we get into Football Manager today? Few things from yesterday. I suppose there's a few things since we last streamed on Thursday. We have to start with Scotland. They won a bloody game at the World Cup, and I am all here for it. I know we joke and we make jokes about these things, you know, supporting Haiti and stuff, but I actually watched, like, the atmosphere of those Scots at the World Cup when they were singing the Flower of Scotland, or whatever it's called. Unreal. And then they actually won a game. I'm here for it. It's pretty cool. They can lose the rest of them now, though. They've got it, you know. They've got that win. We win a bloody game. Exactly. It's class. Same thing, to be fair, for Australia. That was a massive result for them. I don't know why I was so buzzing when I watched the highlights of that one this morning because, yeah, I basically I didn't sleep last night, but didn't watch any football, which feels like a waste. When I grow up, I want to be Super John McGinn. Yeah, they could honestly beat Brazil. They were crap. That's another talking point. Brazil were pretty crap. And they did sub Casemiro for Fabinho at one point, which is, yeah, you know, that might sum it up, to be honest. Jack's actually all right, James. Yeah, it's, well, first of all, Jack was ill on Thursday. He did I think I talked about it on stream. He threw up a massive amount and then had a temperature and was sent home from, well, it's the other way around, but was sent home from nursery. Hey, Blazing, thank you for the 11 months, my friend. Good morning to you. Was sent home from nursery, and then we were like, is it just that he seemed fine straight away and we seemed fine? Friday, I was not fine. Pav texted me the other day. We were talking about getting a video ready, and he said, I can't do it now. I'm currently trying to beat the record for how many times I can be sick in a day. I might text him now and ask him what his record was, because I think I may have beaten it Friday. It was horrendous. I had an entire day wiped out. I slept and threw up basically for 24 hours. And then woke up at this is the thing. I woke up at 8 p.m., watched the Canada game, fell asleep at the end of the Canada game, and thought, I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight because I've been asleep all day. And then I slept all night and woke up in the morning. So, and Kat Besser had Jack all day. Luckily, she had like a whole day. It's her day off Friday. So she had a whole day out planned and she had Jack out all day, which was kind of made it better because I could just, be in my quarantine slumber away from the one. It wasn't like her parenting was massively impacted, except for just the evening. Then, though, Saturday, I woke up, like, had a shower because I was like, I better wash myself to try and cleanse some of this off me. Went downstairs, like, I feel a bit better, actually, and Kat's face was just like this. I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. And then basically she passed the baton, and I had Jack all day yesterday because she was in bed throwing up all day. So that's what we've had. And then basically neither of us felt great. And then basically Jack decided to wake up all night, so we just had a horrendous time of it last night. It was just one of those, though, where it's like, I don't even know where to, like, he wouldn't go sleep in his crib, but then we couldn't even, like, take him in the other room. He just wouldn't sleep, and it was just one of those. He's fine. Like, he's absolutely fine today. But yeah, that's basically how it's been. Not the going viral you're quite hoping for. Yeah, exactly. Solid advertisement for parenting. Can't wait. Yeah. That's basically what you'll have every few weeks. Sounds like a good weekend so far then. I feel all right now, though, and I actually mowed the grass yesterday with Jack holding him, which I feel like is peak dadding. Would you like to see a grass update? I feel like you would. Here's a grass update with bonus Jack sat on the lawn, because I feel like that's where we should start today. I was actually managed to hold him. Hey, thank you. I think Kokota just liked my like the tweet there. That's peak dadding, if you ask me. Anyway, you look great, all things considered. I feel like I look rough, but we move. I need a haircut. I need a shave. I need sustenance. I think I lost 1 kilogram in weight from my day of being sick. But obviously that fluctuates anyway, doesn't it? Anyway, chat. I hope you're good. Sorry about that. We've got World Cup stuff to talk about that I know you guys have just been talking about in the chat. Fair play to you. We've also, though, got Football Manager to play. Let me take you back in to the world of Three Counties FC when it loads past my DayZ background. This is the current situation. Just missing a tatty bucket hat and a pair of 3/4 lengths with all the pockets. Exactly, yeah. But yeah, no, we're all good now. It's one of those. It's like, it's actually not that bad, but when you're in it, it feels like the worst thing in the world is happening, if you know what I mean. And I feel like parents, you know what I mean with that. Now you're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. We were just, one person was ill and then the other person was ill. And then now everything's fine. That's exactly how it is now. But, you know, you move. You move. Tobias, welcome in, dude. Sounds like you've had a terrible time feeling better. Yes, dude. Thank you very much. Switzerland did throw so hard. Yeah. I think the biggest surprise is Qatar getting a draw. Yeah, Ollie said it as well. Qatar are supposed to be way worse than they were 4 years ago, and they looked better. Or maybe it's just that Switzerland looked worse. However, Switzerland do come out of it with all political relations intact, so kind of they got what they wanted, didn't they? Right. What about Australia beating Turkey? I did mention that before. I love it. And also massive, and it was like proper game plan being done as well. Managed by Lopetegui as well. Shocking from the Swiss. Yeah, crazy. Crazy bad. Not starting Manzambi's criminal. In my eyes, it is. Best player on FM, isn't he? Seems like a weird one as well, though, yeah. Turkey got FM'd. They did and they didn't. Like, they kept shooting from like a million miles away, didn't they? They look better, however, should have still lost by 3 or 4. Of course. Yeah. It was classic FM, actually, them getting the late equaliser, wasn't it? You only saw the stats. Yeah, I think the stats may belie it a little bit. Australia had a plan. They sat in, defended pretty well. Turkey could only really have shots from about 1 million miles away with Arda Güler and Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and then they went up the other end twice and scored. It's kind of exactly how they planned it, and it was almost perfectly done. It was good. Netherlands, Japan going to be crazy or not? It might be. Who knows? I quite I'm missing my Wataru Endo influence on that. Chat. Yeah, we need to talk about this. As James just says, we do get caught up in things. We're 6th in the league. After 16 games, I have played some more matches because I wanted to get close to the January window. I wanted to basically, hang on a minute, let me move to, my camera's moved to the side a bit or something here because I'm not in the middle and it's upsetting me. I wanted to get Malvin Demeester back. So I played I didn't play that many extra games, but I played a few extra games. We're 6th in the league, 3 points off 5th. Like 3 counties, we're not just staying up. I think we've got a really good chance at Europe, maybe. We're closer to the top than the relegation zone. Exactly. Now, I don't think we will get Europe. I actually feel like in our future is more of a decline. Our fixtures, when I was looking at them, are pretty nice. After that really tricky month where we got, I think it was a draw and a win against some of the top 4 teams, we did great. We've got some tricky away games coming up, so this might drop down a little bit. But if we can finish 9th, 10th, 11th somewhere, we are going to be happy days, right? Even better if we can do a Sunderland and sneak into one of these European places. Imagine us on a European adventure, but more importantly, imagine what it could do with in terms of reputation for the players that we could sign. In our future is also Malvern the Terrier, though. That is also very, very true. Finances might have been a lot for Demeester, but after one season in the Premier, finances will be great. Exactly. That's what we kept saying. It is like, I know that we hammed it up a little bit and there was like, you know, generational contract, generational transfer. But then someone did say that and I was like, actually, relax a little bit. We're not actually going to destroy the club here because we are going to be in the Premier League and you get so much money for being in the Premier League. And when you compare in fact, can you see it on here? Is it on team stats? If you compare our spending to the other teams in the league, our salary per annum is 24 million and that's less than Oxford's. It's half of the 18th lowest in the league. Exactly. Generational contract and it's less than Nathaniel Klein gets per week. Exactly. In the context of our squad, though, our club, it is generational. But in the context of us being a Premier League team, it just isn't. A Premier League team now, it just isn't, is it? 68,000 a week. More than affordable. In fact, a load of our other players are now asking for new contracts and they want that much anyway. And I'm kind of saying no because I don't want to do it because I want to decide who we're going to keep first. But it's basically that, isn't it? That tells the actual story, I think. Finances do say rich. They do. The board actually gave us more money, by the way. The board added... We're up to 25 million in transfer budget now because the board... I don't know if it's still going to be in our news. But not that long ago... if I search budget, no, oh no, that's because I've not put budget.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's not. They gave us more transfer budget. I don't know if it's still in there or not, which is quite nice. I don't really think we need it, but it is quite nice. Yeah, Lord Alina's on 3k a week. Exactly. Do I get that? How you doing, Oliver Ben? Buzzing after the turkey win, indeed. Very, very cool. Very cool indeed. Gent, this is the Mr. Tinny 23 skin. Spiros, how are you? Cheers from Greece. Hello to you. So, chat, today... we're going to go and play the next 3 games, I think it is. Yes. 22nd, 26th, 29th. And then Malvern Demeester returns to the club, as does the Terrier. I will show you the results, though, before that, though. We pick things... I think we dropped things off here after this 0-0 draw with Chelsea, I believe, at the end of October. I then lost 2 games in a row. We actually went 4 without a win. I lost to Sunderland. Lord Alina got a goal back, but we did lose this game 2-1. Smoochy, brass.
Smoochy.
How are you, my friend? And Joe, I think I missed yours before, but you are a legend. Thank you so much for the 68 bloody month. How could I miss such a resub? I will make sure you have your flowers there by reading it out in great detail. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. And Brass, thank you so much for the 11 months, but also all of the gifted subs from you too. Nearly nice. That is a very long time, Joe. You legend. I hope you're well, my friend. Let me move over here to show you some more of these results. So I lost to Sunderland, lost to Spurs, as you'd expect. Ballantyne got sent off in that game, and he actually got an additional 2 games and missed 3 after this, which is annoying. Are we trying to tee up Big John? Ooh, I like that brand. Now that they've given us the extra budget, we could absolutely go and get the extra... We could use that money to get Big John, couldn't we?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Did I say 11? It was 4. Still. I don't know how I read 11. I think it's because it's 1 minute ago and I read that. But, you know, it feels like 11 months. You know, that's how much influence you've had. I've turned it into a positive. Do you see that? Golden Kappa Train. Thank you to Panizzo Cali. I am 34 years old. I need to not say sentences like that. But thank you, dudes, for that Golden Kappa Train. How'd you do, fellow kids? Mixed bad results, really, but Europe, here we come. It is a mixed bag, isn't it, overall? We did beat Wolves 4-0. Sani scored twice. Oliveira, Gilbalde. Beat Brentford 1-0 away, which was a good win away from home. Lost to Brighton away 3-2. Was actually closer than it really was because Lord Alino scored on 94. And then we did beat Everton 2-0 at home, an own goal, and then Big John, 2 late goals in that last game. And the reason I worry is that there are away games coming up. We seem to struggle in the away games. If you look, we beat Brentford there, lost to City, did beat Villa away, but we mainly lose our away games. And it feels like we've played a lot of home games in the first half of this season, which can't be right because we probably played about half, but there you go. Elijah says, I got sacked from a United Ferguson challenge. I find it super hard this game to score. Interesting. Yeah, keep playing it. And basically, you'll find the things that work and then you stick with it. You find a tactic that works in one save and you just sort of tweak it and move it across to another and you can kind of get there. Do you think playing away affects results this year? I think it does. It might be sort of less so than usual, or it might just be in your head a little bit, but I think it does, yeah. Did you have your youth intake preview? Not yet. I think we get it at the end of December, or at least I've not noticed it, but we'll check. I think it's end of December. It is in the youth only save anyway. Any chance of switching to CDMs for away games? It might be the way to go. We don't necessarily have. I guess we could bring Suarez in for those games, couldn't we? We're not at the showground. No, we're not at the showground. We are at the Hawthorns. Maybe that's also. I don't know. We are doing all right at our home games, though. So it kind of, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think it does. Anyway, we play Palace away, Forest away, Newcastle at home. And then there are 2 away games. One's in the Cup against Southampton. And then we play Liverpool in January. But at this point, of course, we will be signing the big dogs. Not this man, who doesn't sign for another year yet, but I told you he was quite good. Our scouts loved him, although they don't actually love him as much now. But I think this guy looks good. Another 70. Or maybe he's a bit slow, maybe. Anyway, this guy signs, but mainly he's coming back. I'm so excited. It's like Christmas, and it is the 20th of December. It is Melvin Demister's return in 10, 11 days. So exciting. Yeah, and ambitious as well. Kind of kills it, but he might be one to flip, basically. Mushroom Man says, morning Clayts and Clayts. I said my own name wrong there. Hope you well. Can't hang out today, sadly, as we have visitors. I need to get ready for, also need to avoid spoilers for the World Cup games. Have fun and be yourself. We'll catch up soon. Mushroom Man, that seems smart. Thanks for dropping in anyway. I appreciate you, dude. How much? Because he's underwhelming but flippable. Exactly, yeah. I mean, we got him on a free, right? Yeah, he came in on a free. So exactly, he's flippable. Has Melvin Demister been playing? That is a good question. Yeah, oh my word, he's been scoring as well. Little bit of playing him into form. I like that. Finally play him after we've bought him, yeah. 20 jumping reach. He's got 10 in 22, which is actually a decent return. 11 in 24 all comps. We are also, though, and I've given him a face chat, and I'm really happy with this face. I think it sums him up. Guillaume Terrier is also joining in January, and I think this prompts us into a little bit of a conversation. I think we need to talk honestly and openly about the future of our attack. Woof woof indeed. Billy Terry joins in Jan. Has he been playing? He's been scoring as well. He's got 8 in 15. He's really good. No, don't. No, okay. Terrier comes in though. We have got too many attackers. We've also got some generational talents that we need to make sure we provide a pathway for. And I'm a bit, I don't know, I'm a bit worried and confused about what we do here. No such thing. That might be true. You've returned. Welcome back, Jazz. I hope you're good. I think Terry's more of a winger because of 2 jumping reach. Well, AJ, that kind of fits because we do use winger strikers. We do, they call them wing fielders. Like Morgan Rogers, etc. What's like a wing striker, like a Mane type? Because that's what we use. In possession's a striker, out possession is a winger. And he's perfect for one of those roles on the side, isn't he? Get Chucky on the coaching course. A wingster. Yeah, something like that. Or a stringer. That sounds horrible. Yeah, like a Mo Salah, but what's like the wing fielder version of that? So, I think we need to have an honest, open conversation about what we actually do with our attacking players, because we have all of these plus our boys coming in, Terrier and Malv de Meest. What do we do? Oh, it's a great situation to be in. It's not horrible. What a stringer. Jackie's crying outside. That's a shame. Sarni on loan to a foodie themed club. Sarni on loan, maybe. Basically, with Sarni being 19, I have tried to play him in a lot of games, especially before Malv de Meest got here, because I really wanted to try and push on his development a little bit, and I think it has been working. He's actually been able to score a few goals Premier League as well, which I think is quite cool. 3 of those 4 can go to the 21s, yeah. Now, obviously here, if we highlight them, Chucky stays in the squad as a token gesture. Brook Myers goes to the under-21s and we don't deal with him anymore. Ronaldinho is being sold anyway. If we bring in Demista and Terrier, though, what becomes of Antic? What becomes of Franco? Bolde? Freddie Lopez, even, who's not trained very well and actually been a lot worse. He hasn't played as many games. Dennis is a child to under-21s. Yeah, we can probably get away with not using Dennis just yet, can't we? Like, until he's about 19, do you reckon we don't need to be playing him? My thing is, I think he also might be generational. Like, he might actually be outrageous, is the thing. Salantic, keep Bolde. I kind of agree with that. I also wonder, Oliveira is unhappy now because he wants a new contract. When he wants a new contract, he wants... I don't think you can actually... I don't think you can see what... Can you see what his agent asks for? Yeah, here. He wants 70k a week. You need 6, possibly 7, so it's not a huge amount of cutting. Yeah, that's true. Myers in under-21 seems criminal, but justified. Well, we just need to get Myers to play in the Premier League soon, and then we can kind of do what we like with him then. He's done it, hasn't he? He's completed it at that stage. Squad it. Does this call for a squad it? I think it probably does, doesn't it? Let me get the last squad it up, and we will... I'll tweak it for this. Are we season... What season are we now? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a new version of a squad it. Keep it really simple. Stinks of a live squad it. It really does, doesn't it? Right. We're going to call this squad it. Let me just build it here. Hold on a minute. Done it wrong. Is it season 7? That's wrong. It's season 8, I think. If you've checked the description, that's because I've got it wrong, AJ. Season 8 attack is what I'm going to call this squad it. I know you can't see this yet, but you will in a second. Season 8 attack. And we will get these boys into it. All right. He's on building duty at the showground. Needs to fix the new stands. What Brook Myers is. Where's Ronaldo Flowers? Is he still trialing? I need to get him back, actually. It just finished. Squad it is the best audit. It is. Right. This is where we're at then. So, no Flowers. No, we need to obviously fix this a little bit. So, in fact, let's take the players out because that doesn't even help particularly, does it? We have got then... We're going to have 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, and then we can do under 21s, and we can leave it like this, look. And what we'll do is make those middled, make them bold. Something like this, then. So, striker, I don't like, where do we even start here? Do we make the Meester the main number 9? I think that probably, in fact, we should do here as well. Alone, maybe. Should be 3 and under 20. Should 3 and under 21 be the same? Yeah, let's get rid of 3. Can I? There you go. 1, 2, under 21 loan, I reckon. I think Demista then as the main 9 kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That does make sense. Right-sided striker, though. Let's list them here. We've got Dennis. We've got Terrier. We've got Bolde. I'll tell you what as well. Sold. This is our sold list at the bottom here. We've got Oliveira.
Oh, thank you.
We have got our back post. It is actually wing. It does make sense. The 20 jumping reach though is actually good on the sides as well. That is true. Who else we got in here? We got Sani. We have got Price. We got loads. What's he called? Lopez. With the lack of striker goals, I'd be tempted to sign to start Terrier. Yeah, Chucky, of course. And then I suppose Myers. Isn't it Oliveira? It is, yeah. Like that, I believe. Have I missed anybody? I guess I can check here. Antic. And Antic. I mean, Antic always gets forgotten. Ronaldinho obviously is being sold anyway, I suppose. Antic, good shout. So that is a lot, and I'm going to put into sold here. Ronaldinho is gone already. Why are you not in the middle? How you doing, Deckers? Welcome in, dude. So I come back to the streams. Get in. Well done. Well done with finishing your A-levels. Anybody else doing that as well? Congrats. Get them done. Get them finished. Work hard, and then you can relax afterwards. If you get anywhere close to Oliveira value, then sell. His stats are great, but I thought he'd have scored more goals. Exactly. It's the goals, isn't it? To give the right-hand side to Gil, it's the side he can naturally play. I know he's not cutting in, but he might actually be best for him. So my thinking maybe is something like this. You think Chucky goes there. I wonder if we go with it, at least for now, and we go Terrier there, and then we put Dennis in here. And to be honest, so does Myers goes in there as well, but we can just do Myers. Let's put Myers in there for there.
One sub to Deco's 7.
And suddenly you've got
14
like
gift subs in the channel.
Hey, gifted us another gifted from Brascofian as well. You legend. And Tom, thank you for the prime. You legend. Terrier is, I believe, right-footed, but he's naturally... We haven't got him yet, have we? I believe he naturally already has familiarity on the right-hand side. No. Interesting. He is a lefty. Ollie is correct. We switch him to the other side. Interesting then. What does that mean for Gil Bolde's future? Does Bolde then move over? I actually have a really soft spot for Gil Bolde, you know. I really like him. I think it was this season here in the Championship where he sort of... It wasn't the entire season. It was half of a season where he really did hold it down for us. He actually chipped in with 19 assists as well. I quite like him. He's right-footed, so Bolde right-sided. Let's do that then. Terrier goes here. Bolde goes here. Are we all happy? Badler. What the fuck is Badler? Terry left. We've only ever forced Bolde into a position he can't play. This is so true. And we're like, why is he not great? Why has he only got grey stars? Give Bolde a season a second choice. I wonder if he gets the rest of this season as first choice. Sarni striker as the rotation option there. He still gets plenty of games, doesn't he? And comes off the bench every game as the middle striker. That then gives us Terrier's in, Bolde's in. I think I know where this is going, you know. I think then Lopez... He's done. I think Lopez comes in here. And I think the future doesn't look particularly good for these two. The only thing with Freddie is I think he might need a loan. He does look dangerous. The thing with Freddie is that he also, and actually maybe we can fix this, he doesn't have familiarity. He does have familiarity. Which is it that's killing him then when we play him? Is it the striker? Because look, when you put him in, oh no, he's picked it up. He didn't have it before, did he? He actually has picked it up now and looks pretty good. That will actually change him. Interesting. So does that spell bad news for the futures of Oliveira? Is it with an... It's not. It's Oliveira. It doesn't have an I. I was right the first time. It looks right when you typed it. Oliveira can play right. And he might go in there and we sell Antic. Because Chucky is a bit of a joke. In the most lovable way possible. But does Chucky actually... Not under 21s. But does Chucky just go third choice across every... This is why you need a 3. Does Chucky actually... go the backup across all of the positions? And he's the 7th man. Because you probably need 7. Chucky is a mentor as well. And you keep him around. And that means that Oliveira does have his stay of execution. And I'm sorry, Jovan, but you might need to be sold. I think we've worked it all out and Jovan goes. The problem here is that you probably try and sell either or with Jovan or Oliveira, because it actually, if you do get anywhere near Oliveira's value, you are onto a winner there because he's so expensive. I think Antic he's not wanted, and I've promised him a new contract at the end of the season. His value is also high. Kind of close to his peak anyway. Yeah, and his potential isn't as high, maybe. but he's also 23. Basically, we need somebody to come in for them, but I think that might be... I think we've worked it out there. Are we all in agreement? I think Antic gets added to the sold list. You reckon Oliveira gets January interest? I think if he does, I think these are interchangeable. I think there's also an argument that if both go, Dennis just comes in. Because Dennis is good enough to be in the squad. I think we just want to give him regular game time in the 21s, maybe. I enjoyed this. Now centre mid's time. I enjoyed this as well, actually. I love talking like... It's like you guys are my recruitment team. We're having a recruitment meeting, but way better than the ones in the game. I love that as well. All in agreement, say aye. That's proper. So many times in these saves, it's like some person has a really strong opinion, then I've got my opinion, and there's another one. It's like you probably don't quite get across your point of view. And I feel like we've actually come to a proper agreement with the squad there, which is really cool. Put Dennis in the first team, but available for the 21s. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I guess we see these are the ones with things in the air, aren't they? Oliveira and Antic. There's an interesting January brewing for these two, isn't there? And a massive rest of the season for Terrier. 18 years old, straight into the first team is a big old call. We also really need to give Myers his first team appearance. How often do you start Oliveira? He looks better than Bolde. Often. Now, my issue with Oliveira, he has actually scored 4 goals this season. He started 11 games, played 17. The problem is that those 4 goals have matched his best ever return. Well, no, he's one off his best ever return of 5. That's the problem. 2 goals in 16 games. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't even. Last season, he did get 10 assists. He's got none this year. Yeah, 2 were in the cup as well. That's our problem with Oliveira. He looks unreal. He is the striker that you'd build your team around. You'd hang your hat on him for everything going forward, except he doesn't score goals. He can probably afford to spend the season forcing some appearances. This is true, yeah. All good, AJ. I'll catch you soon, my friend. Catch you soon. 38, you know? I mean, if someone does it, then we will play it, yeah. If so, but I don't think we have yet, have we? Right, now this might sound mental. Go on. 13 composure might be the killer. Maybe. That's pretty good. I think that's probably better than players who score more goals. I tell you what. What's Demester's? 16, to be fair. Maybe it is. I feel like 13 is all right, though. I mean, who does score goals? Sani does. He's got 13 composure. Oliveira centre mid is actually not crazy at all. What about Oliveira right wing back? Now, hear me out. How do I even do this on FM26? How do I look at... Can I do that here? For tackling, he's a wing back. Doesn't matter. He also doesn't have good teamwork. Doesn't matter. But he can cross and he can dribble. He's actually not that quick either, is he? Listening. Looks like a Trent-esque defender. Passing. Vision. Tell you what, midfield, though. Can I not see the... How do you do that? Must be... Is it training? You can see attributes here, can't you? Highlight. Can I highlight the things for the roles? I don't think you can do that in FM26, can you? Terrible game. There might be a way that I just don't know how to do it. Centre mid for Franco Oliveira. Again, can't really tackle, but that's not the type of midfield we're looking for. Centre mid would be class and only 21. Perfect time for it. Yeah. Changes training, it should show. Will it? Okay. If I go training, we might as well train him in there before we potentially sell him, right? Midfield playmaker or advanced playmaker, probably. 16 passing, 15 technique, 15 vision. The agility's there, the anticipation, 17 flair. I mean, he doesn't quite have the teamwork, but other than that, is that not just a centre mid? Only if we can give a good pun name like Florian Inverts. That's kind of true. In possession role at the top. Is that what would... Yeah, changing that shows it here. That's how it works. That makes sense. I changed it there, but I could have done it there. You're right. Can I get him to work on his teamwork then? Is that a thing that you can do? I don't think it is it? I don't think you can get them to work on teamwork. No. That's a shame. I guess we could get him to work on his... We could do quickness, though. I kind of want his acceleration to go. Are we talking ourselves into keeping him and making him a midfielder? Wouldn't that be a mental group? Yeah, it probably would be, wouldn't it? What is his personality, by the way? It's balanced. Stop being an arse, Franco. It would be teamwork. That's true. Mentoring or custom training schedules. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. That is an interesting development, I will say. Him as a midfielder. Do we then need to look at our midfielders and do a bit of a thing there? And like an honest assessment of our midfielders might actually be necessary if we go centre mid here, because I do have a little sneaking feeling that the race may have been run for Luka Radojevic. Like, are we prolonging something that really isn't there now? I did move him down to impact sub, which he seems to be okay with. But do we need another spreadsheet for the midfielder? In fact, we can just build it. Season 8. I'm going to change this one to mid-season. And we're going to do this. If I move these down, we're going to have CDM, CM. I mean, I could put the roles here, couldn't I? And then just delete those. Oh, I can't delete. Have I got stuff in there? No. Why can't I delete these rows? There we go. Something like Luca might just be on sentimental reasons. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Let's put in here then. I don't know why we're doing this now, but I'm kind of here for it. I kind of like it. I know there's probably people shouting, going, "Get on with it!" But I quite like the chatting through things. So we're going to do. We could do another tab actually. We're going to do it all together. But Mayo, Lordolino are they have to be in, don't they? Do a sold line for centre mid. All right. It can go there. That works. Pre-transfer window recruitment meeting. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Make any changes to the tactic? I don't think we will. I really like the squad. It helps us to know where the squad is. I actually so agree. And I will honestly say it helps you personally so much playing a save. I think I talked about in my video where I was like, how to get started on a save. If you lose, it's like a really weird thing that you can't really describe. If you lose a grasp on where your squad is, or where your club is, on where your save is, that's when the game becomes really like difficult to play and uninteresting. If you feel on top of everything, it's so much more fun. So doing a squad, it massively helps. At the start of every season, you feel like so much more in control rather than it kind of... A football manager save can drift away from you, and this stops it from happening, which is a really weird like meta way to talk about a football manager save, but we move. Right. What do we need? Who are the players we need to put in here then? It's a Sunday sermon, exactly. The midfielders that we need to get into this are... I've done Lordolino and Bermeo. So Radojevic, Backstein, Suarez. I mean, this is why it's good that we sold a bunch of people in the summer. And Dinko. We actually don't have that many. I don't know why I've called him Dinko. I'm not going to count Yamada, but I am now going to put in here Oliveira, I think. I agree, that's my struggle with FM right now. It makes so much sense. If you do make Oliveira centre mid, does that give Antic a stay of execution? I think we maybe try and sell anyway, but maybe. Yeah, I think you might be right. So, these are the boys that we need to put in. The squad is the cornerstone of the Clayts. I think so. We could possibly try and factor in a possibility of double DM for some games. Yes. So I think we probably need to think about keeping him as another DM. But I think you keep him there anyway. I really like Suarez, and he's a servant at this stage, isn't he? Move Dinis up and sell Antic. Yes, Chaz, you're so right. That's what you do. If Antic goes, which I think we still try for, you move Dinis up. But I think here, this now changes. I don't know why we've decided that so quickly. But I think you do that, look, like that. Exactly. There are people that live among us that don't plan their FM saves. I know for a fact that you are not one of those. How you doing? Friday Night FM, you legend. Can we can't sell Luca because he's the first player we bought, I think. Yeah, I agree. We're not going to sell him. So I actually think you probably do this, though. If not in You don't actually put him in the under-21s, but you make him available for them, and he's basically an under-21s player at this stage. Do we agree? And then we do first choice other centre mid. At the moment is Bognar. Does Bognar become basically... Where do you even play Oliveira if you make him a centre mid? Maybe Solobaggio, yeah. Where do you even put him? I can take you out of there, you out of there. It's just, we actually don't have that many. I think we've got space to incorporate him anyway, really. Because Backstein, I think maybe you go Oliveira first sub for any of them. Maybe start some games, because they're really good. You need 4 good ones, really, don't you? And then you just do Backstein as back up there. Backup Steen. And actually, do you really even need to do anything? Super sub for any position. He's a great sub, isn't he, Oliveira? Bring him on in midfield, bring him up front. Any injuries he's in. I actually don't know if we didn't really need. We don't need to sell anyone anyway, do we? We do maybe need to look at another DM if we start 2. But Lordolino can play there. So if you go to 2 DMs, you just start Lordolino as one as well if you want to. Backup Steen is superb. 2 positions in, 1 as a sub problem solver. Yeah. Who's the interlab we had? I actually love that as an idea, by the way. The interlab that we've got was Gonzalez, wasn't it? Ricardo Gonzalez, I want to say. I'd love a little extra loan of him, you know. I do think we should spend our January money on signing John Pereira permanent. John Pereira? John Pereira permanently. I don't know, I thought I got his name wrong there for some reason. Yamada can play DM as well. That's also so true, yeah. As much as I appreciate a good spreadsheet, especially for Moneyball, I find that doing a squad plan is so much better. I couldn't disagree more. But I'm glad that you find it useful. I've really tried, but I just, for clarity, just putting it in the right places, the way that, I don't know, I guess it's just presenting it in a way that your brain works better. So I'm glad that it works for you that way. But yeah, for me, nah. Lamalo, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Ricardo Gonzalez, I want to say. We also do have that, the little lad, the short Real Madrid boy who's actually not short. Is he still loan listed? We could get Ricardo Gonzalez back on another loan, you know, to cover everywhere. He's on very cheap wages. Not that we need to. I think it's kind of a waste of time. But I do like the idea of bringing him back because we did have this little spell with him and he was good. Gonzalez loan, the big Nigerian centre-back, and JP permanent would be a top January. I love that as a plan. Do we do it anyway, just as for cover? Why is it not letting me? There we go. Just for cover. They're not allowed. Maybe they won't. They hate us because I didn't play him enough. No, I'll tell you what it was. I didn't play him in his preferred role. But he played 20-something games for us. Not good enough. He would be like 6th choice, though. They hate us, though. So they won't loan him to us. Even if I pay you loads of money. Are you sure, then? Optional fee of like 300 million? No, I literally can't even offer. They literally have said no already. It was 2 years ago. I'm sure the manager isn't even the same manager anymore. What do you mean I can't even offer? It actually is the same manager. It's Christian Kivu. He hates me. Can I see that somewhere? My relationships. I don't know what that's got to do with everybody. Hey, Nicholas Mandana is rather awestruck by me, though. All right, then. Yeah, he's an adversary. Christian Kivu hates me. And I hate him. I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to say that in my next press conference. I'm just going to put it in at the end. And by the way, fuck you, Kivu. All my homies hate Christian Kivu. Didn't Gonzalez have a future transfer? Don't think so. I think it was just, he was wanted, wasn't it? Wanted and then loan listed. ABBA want him and he's non-EU. So yeah, no. Iran Kunda for Ballon d'Or, yeah. It was a good goal, that Iran Kunda goal. Really good goal. Okay, so forget the Gonzalez dream until he leaves. We could buy him. If we had money left over, we could buy him. He's probably not good enough, to be honest. I do like him, but his physicals aren't great, are they? Tell you what we need to do, though. 25 big ones in the coffers Do we go all in here? 39 to 47 mil. Is Jared Bowen a staff member yet? That's a great question. He is.
Okay.
Oh, piss off! After all of that, 8 seasons we've been trying to sign Jared Bowen, and have bloody put in there that we've got a rivalry with Hereford, so he won't join us anyway. All of this time, he absolutely hates us. We've been going, Jared Bowen, he's our dream signing. One day we'll sign Jared Bowen. He hates us. Oh, for Christ's sake. He was never interested. Can we buy Hereford? I mean, go off to Hereford then, Jared. I was going to make you assistant manager, even with these attributes. What type of coach is unsuited to coaching, attacking, defending, fitness, or goalkeeping? What type of coach even are you, Jared? He'd rather be unemployed than work for us. Oh, God. Football Manager always makes the ridiculous moments. How do you ever explain why I was annoyed there, like, with full context? I know you guys get it, but it's so ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, maybe in the future. That might need to be fixed, but I kind of like it. I'm kind of here for it. Right. Let's, should we make a bid? I really like having Bowen as an anniversary now. Yeah, me too. Shall we make an offer? Is he even interested? 38 to 47 mil. Okay wages. I think we have to go for it. Sounds like Ronaldo Flowers. It's exactly like Ronaldo Flowers, isn't it? Never change FM. It's so true. Oh, piss off. Right. Can we bring this down? We can. Now we've got 25 milli to spend. Right. We probably won't go for that. Will that actually make this a problem? I forgot that I'd agree with Brighton that we might buy him for 175 million. That might bite us in the arse now. That almost warranted a big old piss off, didn't it? Will they hold us to that? I think they probably will. Let's see. Because we might need to get him, which is a risk. He might have to go back to Brighton before we get him, which is a bit of a problem. Let's try and do 15 now. That rises to 30. That rises to 40 with a percentage of next sale in there that we can lock in. We'll have to wait for the loan expiry. Yeah, they're just going to... When I suggest this, is it just going to pop back to the 175 mil? It's actually not. Oh, we might be okay. They want 50 mil. 17 now, which I'd like to take back down if we can. And then another 8.5 after 50 games. Let's make this 10 million up front, but another 165 million over the next 60 years. What do you say? If I make this, if we never sell him, they might go for it. Honestly, I think that's pretty good. Especially as there was a small part of me there that did fear the future for JP. The future where he goes back on his loan, they don't want to sell him, and suddenly we've lost him forever. Because otherwise I'd be going for another loan now and just keep him on loan forever. When's his contract actually expire? Does it say it on here? Not sure. I think that's okay, though. 15 mil up front now, which we do have. We've got the wage budget available. We could still raise a little bit of money by selling somebody like Antic. Can't wait for him to ask for a release clause and it gets triggered. I mean, that might happen. That might happen. Can we do a centre-back squad once this deal goes through? Maybe. Pray for the board to accept this now then. That's true. I'm sure they will, though. There you go. Hey, Ziegman, enjoy, my friend. Happy birthday to Jack. Have a good one, my mate. Can never sell him with that 50% forever locked in. Yeah, I know exactly. Him and Demise, they're locked in forever. Right. Accepted. Didn't ask for Didn't ask for anything specific. Wants to be a no-nonsense centre-back still. I kind of want to remove that. But it is what he plays. He's been no-nonsense for his life, and he likes being no-nonsense. It's just Big John, that is. It's just how he plays. We're never going to see Mouth play a game again at this rate. That could be true. No, come on, we will. I think I might as well remove it, because then at least it's not a promise that I've got in there. 50k a week, which we can improve by adding a bit more of a sell-on fee, because we've already decided we're never going to sell him. A little bit of extra there to keep the wage budget down. And we give him happy birthday, Jack. There's an even better mention. I think we used him as a ball-playing CB with the loans. It was no nonsense. Yeah, we didn't want him to get recalled, so we changed it to no nonsense, didn't we? If it has worked, keep it. Yeah, that's true. I'd rather just not make the promise if possible, though, as well. I kind of want to put one of these in, but maybe not. It's a 4-year deal anyway. Maybe we'll try and go for 5 and add that in. Let's grease that agent's palm. You're quite right. 300k, mate. Yeah, if you can avoid making any promises in FM, just avoid making any promises in FM. Like, even if they seem completely reasonable, don't do them, because it's a trap. It's always a trap, isn't it? Like, something can go wrong with it, and they're like, actually, you didn't play me as a no-nonsense centre-back for that one game away in the cup when I didn't even play, and that means I want to leave. That's an accurate, a very accurate impression of any FM player right there, by the way. Actually, does the agent actually make a difference? Like, if you give them more? I think so, yeah. Well, that was certainly something. FM will always make you ruin any promises. Exactly. Big John, though, could be coming in, which is glorious. Not even December yet. Sorry, it is. It's not even January yet, though. Accurate impression. Thank you. Actually, it wasn't an impression. It was an impersonation. Christ. Right. Luca would like to go out on loan. What can I tell him here to make him not want to go out on loan? I don't think we can loan Luka Radojevic. I'm a little bit worried about how, I don't know, sort of stuck with these players we are now. Like, I love them, but they're also not great anymore. We need you as a backup. There are quotas to fill. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Desmano. I'll sell you instead. I don't want to say that, though. Can I even do that? I can't even say that I'll sell you instead. Oh, no, I can. I can threaten him. Do I want to threaten Luka Radojevic? Cup competitions, I'll start you in. Does that ever work? I don't think I've ever seen that work. I think you should consider a loan deal for Luka. Do we want to do that? We're only in the FA Cup. Yeah, I don't think he loves it. He'll probably look at the amount of games. No promises, remember. Yeah, true. Will I try and threaten him? I don't want to threaten Luka. I can give him a bit more playing time. Loaning might not be the worst thing. One of those players that sort of just forever stays on the books and plays their football elsewhere. I don't know if I want to look at it. I don't know. Don't sell, but at least he gets game time with a loan. Yeah. What do you think, chat? Genuine impression. What genuine? Like, not necessarily how I answer this, but what should be the plan for Luka? Like, he's not really going to play, but do we give him a little rest of the season loan? Like, is it such a big deal to give him a little bit of playing time somewhere else? Especially if, yeah, Oliveira's coming into midfield. Hasn't technically left the club. We've taken him to the Prem. He's played in the Prem. A little loan for this season, then we get another season and basically do the same thing and maybe loan him for the second half of next season as well. If we can find him a nice loan that kind of fits what we want, it could maybe work. Yeah, if he gets important game time, then consider it. It kind of might help his career a little bit as well. Sure, threaten the guy that has friends in mysterious places. That'll go, well, yeah, I'm not doing that. Just let him go. Sentimentality expires at some point. I don't think it does for me. Loan him as a gesture, yeah. In a way, that is the sentimenty... I can't say that word. That is being sentimental, isn't it? I'm like, do you know what? You deserve this. I should sell you, but I'm going to loan you. He's also a team leader, so I don't really want to upset him too much. All right. I think we're going to loan him. Also, Oliveira in midfield, what have I missed? We've made a decision. We did a squad it. I mean, we're actually still on the wrong view. We've done a squad it for mid-season, midfield, and striker squad it. Because we've got too many players. We needed to decide where they're going to go. Oliveira is now a midfielder. We're training him there. All right? I always like having a few players around on loan to see what they've done by the end of the year. It's like an extra little bit of story, isn't it? You're right. Okay. Let's loan out Luca. We could maybe get him to go to... We didn't actually ever get our affiliate, did we? Because we've only got Teruel, who are rubbish. Can I ask for another one? How you doing, Woe? I know I only just asked for one board, but can I ask for another one? Because the one that you did was rubbish. Maybe one that's in another league. Dino's not gone. Oh, Ronaldinho's gone. Yeah, no, he is gone. Yeah, that's true. He's got 10 days left or 11 days left. Loans are just a way of pushing back hard decisions. Yeah, kick that can down the road, right? Sell and use Oliveira as backup centre mid. I'm not going to sell Luca. There's too much history there. Recruit foreign youngsters might be fun. First options on players. Which is the one that brings you through youth players in your youth academy? I quite like the idea of one of those because I think usually you can also loan players to them, right? Is it overseas partner? Or is it foreign young? Is it the foreign youngsters one? It makes sense to be that one. Bless me. First options on players. Oh, it might be that one actually. Which one is it? It could be either of those, couldn't it? Overseas or partner. I suppose it could be any of them. It's like scouting knowledge, that helps. Foreign youngsters, obviously. Youth recruitment, that helps. It could literally be any of them. Which is the most specific one on FM26? I did this in the Wesker save just now and did it correctly, but I can't remember which one I did. Foreign youngsters. We prefer if our talents were homegrown. This seems to work the best. Okay, they're going to say yeah. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Like, there's so many of them that were the same, right? You read one, you're like, it's that one. Then you read the other one, you're like, could also be that one. That one's... we'll see what comes of that anyway. They've said yes to at least finding me one. I'm pretty sure the one that I did in the Wesker save, spoilers, by the way, is... gives me the chance to recruit them to come through the youth intake and also lets me loan players to that club. So I'm hoping this one will be similar. We also can, by the way, ask for youth facilities to improve. So I might as well ask for that. Can I... We're pretty much there with everything then, by the way. Look at our facilities. What a club we've become. Superb training at Clayts Lane. I don't know how that has become a training facility that is top of the range, but that kind of... It works. And then excellent youth facilities in Malvern. Exceptional academy coaching and excellent youth recruitment, which hopefully also improves the game now, which is very nice. We do get good youngsters, to be fair. Like, that Dennis is going to be unbelievable. I've definitely requested them interchangeably. Me too. They'll be homegrown if we sign them, Jan. Exactly, it's how it works. Who's the club legend that is signed? Eli. I'll show you. He hasn't actually come back yet. He comes back on the 1st of Jan. Malvin Demeester returns. Club legend after being here back in 28-29. Signed him on a free. Lost him on a release clause. Loaned him for 2 seasons. He scored a bag full of goals. And then he's been away in the Premier League and the Championship since then, but we're getting him back. We can change Clayts Lane to Cranes Lane. I quite like that idea. Right, Forest have just beaten Brentford. By the way, Oxford, 9 points from 16 games. They are struggling. We play Palace, I think, next. Yes. We're going to go and play this. Oh, Fulham. Fulham with the loan approach for Luca. That is the chance. I'll tell you what. They're a little bit of a rival when we're in the Championship, but this is a chance to play under Xavi. I think in the Championship. Squad player, though. Oh, with a future fee. Get out of here. No. Get out of here. You need to pay his wages, 50%, and you need to make him an important player. And then we've got to do... Okay, they've put that in, have they, as well? How do I exclude these? I know how. I do loan to buy fee, optional fee, remove and exclude. Let's see if that actually works. Yeah, they want to buy him, so no. I don't want to sell him. I am going to offer him out, I think, to hopefully get offers here. Let's make that a thing that can't happen by doing optional fee, remove and exclude. I don't know if this really works. Oh, no, it does. Mandatory fee, remove and exclude. At least regular starter, and I don't really care about the wages so much. It'd be nice to save some wages, but I'll do unspecified, I think. You're keeping him against his will. No, well, I am, yeah. But no, he wants to go on loan. Look, Al Nasser might come in for him. If I'm going to send him anywhere, I'll go and get him secure the bag in Saudi, right? Niemester. I'm good at reading, I swear. Thank you so much for the brand new primer, you legend. Chat, by the way, if you've got a primer, you should use it here if you really want to make me happy, but you should still use it somewhere. Thank you, all the primers. If Saudi come in, you have to let him go. Maybe. Question. Now FM26 has been out for 8 months. Is the game good? A step down from FM24. Game's fine, yeah. Good fun. Depends on how good your save is, as per actually any FM ever. I understand not wanting to sell to another English team. Oh, Joe, stop trying to force this. We're not selling Luca. He stays forever. Although, is there a little conversation to be had to say, we've taken them to the top. We've taken them to, like, they've played Premier League football. They've done it. And then they go free. No, because I don't want a completely new team. Although I am like, it is a bit of a burden having them now. And trying to work out how they get a place in the squad and then they complain about squad time. Oh, they've said no. They've said no to youth facilities. Jan, what a weird place to draw the line, you weirdo. By the way, chat, I've got a coffee on the go. I've nearly finished it, but cheers. If you're having your Sunday morning coffee here today, I appreciate you hanging out. Be free, sweet birdie. Nothing like some money bags to help lose the sentimentality. I can't. Well, how sentimentality? Sentimentality. That's it. Just have to practice. I am good at reading. Tuchel the Brighton boss is madness. Yeah, it's quite FM, isn't it? All right, chat. We've got a game. Let's get ready. Bearing in mind that some of our boys aren't yet here, let's get ready for this game here. Luca wants to leave after his loan. No, he doesn't. Stop saying things like that. That's hurtful. Nunes, Pereira, Yamada, Francini, Baveda. Valentine is back from his ban. Valentine's back from his ban. Get gone off my bench. Do we play Oliveira centre mid? No, because he can't play there yet. We'll bring him off the bench though, sure. And remember in 24 when Tuchel was Mateus Darm, yeah. It's like what's company in this year's game? It catches me out every time. It said that when he was unhappy. I'm not believing it though, AJ. Stop saying it. I think give Francini a run out, yeah. Francini continues after Ballantyne got that straight red, so he plays. Bameo, Lordolino, Bognar. I did give Backstein a little run of games just before. If you look at his form, I did actually start him in 3 consecutive games before this. So that because he had only coming off the bench, look. So I wanted to make sure he was all right. So he's actually started a lot recently. Ronnie Falali, yeah. I think then Bolde in on the right, because that's where he's going to play, isn't it? And then we could start Lopez on the left. And I think that's what we will do. And then maybe Dinis off the bench, maybe. Sani, Lopez, Bolde. Sounds like a name of a clown. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Bolde off the right. Let's see, actually, if he's going to be worth keeping there. By the way, he is wanted by Al Ahly, which could be an issue because he might actually want to go there. Sani's wanted on loans. Fulham want him as well. Lordolino's wanted by Liverpool and Al Ahly. And Abba want Dinko. I should think of my ABBA... Chat, what's my ABBA pun that I can say there? Whenever they're interested in my player, I should say something like... they want to take a chance on him or something. That might be it, to be fair. Ab and Abba want to take a chance on him. I'll say that. I'm going to say that in a YouTube video, and you're all going to do laughing emojis, okay? Or even in this stream. He's good, but he's no Fernando. Pretty good. He wants to be money. That's it. That's the one. That's it. It's and Dinko Bognar is wanted by Abba. Money, money, money. That's the one. God, I love it. So good. Right, let's get into this game. Because it's Saudi and the money. Right? Really good. Really good. Thank you for the music. That doesn't work, does it? All right, all the best out there. Crystal Palace is 16th in the form table while we're 6th. Make that count today. I quite like the specificity of that. We're going to go with it. There's the Palace team. Kathleen. Ozzo. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah. It's even funnier when you explain it. Thank you, Kakota. This is the support I need. Thank you. Laughing emojis and like, God, that joke's so funny. It's really funny. Like little sayings like that you could say in the chat. That's quite a lot, isn't it? To say that joke's really funny, it's really funny is a bit much. Run the way, Bavada gives it away. Is that Czech Takure still playing in 2033? What am I seeing? Flicked on. Nunes doesn't even... I feel a bit framey. I'm feeling a bit framey. I'm just going to drop. We're going to go to balanced. Hopefully it helps. I probably didn't actually do my thing that I usually do, which is... I usually limit my... Go on, Lordolino. There we go. That might help a little bit. Yeah, but it was double funny. Thank you. Clayts has the best jokes. Remember that ABBA one he did? Hilarious. Yeah, I didn't have to workshop it with you guys at all or anything. You're going to see it now. I'm going to put it in a Wesker youth video. And you're going to be like, that is class. And then you realise that all of my little jokes have all been rehearsed and workshopped with my friends. Right, over the top from now. I'm a bit worried about these games. Away games, if you remember, are where we have dropped points previously. Not worried, because we're 6th in the league and it's a great position to be, but you know what I mean. Crystal Palace seems to be pushing players forward than it is stretching our defensive line. Thank you. Thank you for the update. It is Czech Takure. How old is he then? Do it in the Wesker vid. Huge edit between the joke and the next scene because you're just giggling to yourself for about 20 minutes. Do a montage of me giggling, I reckon. Please stop with the jokes. I'm hyperventilating with laughing so hard. He'll be like 20, 32, 33. It's not too bad then, actually, is it? Yeah, Palace's team is kind of the same. Like David Ozzo starting in their midfield. He's like a squad player now, isn't he? He's much younger than you think. I know. Well, to be fair, I did know that because Liverpool were quite heavily linked with him, weren't they? When they didn't get Caicedo. Dinko! D-I-N-K-O. There's an ABBA joke there that you could make, couldn't you? Change the music to put the song on now. It's a lovely finish. Bolde down the right-hand side with the assist. Maybe showing what our future holds here. It's a lovely pick out. I'm not sure he was actually passing to him. I think whoever that is has stepped over the ball there. Francini leaves it for Dinko. That's not an ABBA song, though. Bolde assist from the right, exactly. 1-0 away from home, though, just before half-time. We're a serious footballing outfit. We're quite good. Dinkatito. You and I know, that's really good. Bolde skinned the defender and left him bold. Nice. All right, 1-0. I'm going to say I'm not happy. I've lied to their faces. Really, I'm really happy. Second half underway.
Lads, calm down.
Hey, another gifted sub from Brass.
Went on gifted a tier 1 sub to Marks 95.
Thank you for gifting another sub to Marks. That is 15 in the channel now from Brass. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. And welcome in, Marks. Welcome to the cult. You may never leave. Here we go. Lopez. Bolde! Goal and assist from the right-hand side. I tell you what. We might have cooked with that squad that we did. We might have. Marv hasn't yet returned, Johnny. To be fair, I may have gone a little bit early. We need to get to January. It's the 20th of December or 21st or something. We've got a couple more games and then he returns. Lopez, though, I don't know why he's popped up on the wrong side, but he has. I think it must have been from the corner. Finds bowling near post 2-0. I said I was worried about away games. We're right on the heels of Liverpool and United. Oh, my word. We're 3 points off second. All right. Is the songs broken? Oh. It might be that I've not actually started it. I've started it now, Brass, but I will add that for you anyway for that one. My bad. Was it money, money, money? It's not broken. It's me. Money, money, money. I'll add it for you, dude. Money, money, money. I can't see the game, by the way. I need to do subs. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Pause that. I'm just doing Spotify stuff. Imagine the manager doing that. Add to queue. I'm just loading up the full-time playlist. Back in a second. Thank you, sir, for the gifted sub. Right, it's on next. Let's do Oliveira in midfield. John Pereira announcement on Christmas Day by the Christmas tree. I love it. Lopez now developed on the left side. Yes, he has. Which is like didn't think he had, but then we just checked earlier and he was. Let's do Oliveira on in midfield. Brook Myers is going to make his Premier League debut. Because we haven't actually given him a game yet. Now is the perfect time. 2-0 up, 20 to go. Let's also do Nizier on because he's complaining about game time. Thank you, sir. Just like being in the crane. Exactly. Oh, lads, can you just pause so I can put the tunes on? Yeah. Hold on, hold on. Sani's actually struggling. I should get Dennis on, shouldn't I? Let's do that after this sub. After this highlight, sorry. Mitchell down the left-hand side. If they score now, it's a good save. Nunes. What a save that is. How did Anthony? Ball over the top. Sani's not going to get there. Ito clears it. Little back heel in there. Like that. Very nice. Zvetkovic. Mitchell. It's a long highlight, this. Not yet. Not yet, Anthony's. In January, it's the 20-something of December. We're almost there. It is confirmed, though. We're just waiting for it to actually go through. Very long highlight. Only ever. Oh, my word. I was going to say only ever ending one way. They've missed another chance. Clear it, Freddie. Don't pass it to the keeper there. Big header. Right, end the highlight, man. This is the longest highlight I've ever seen in my life. They actually do have a lot of their players there. Tyreek Mitchell's still here. Lacroix's still there. Oh, my word. Francine has to pay to get back in. Big John finally clears. You're actually right. We have been waiting for so long. Still the highlight continues. This feels so goal. They've had like 2 balls off the line. Another save. If they get this corner on this highlight, I'm going to be severely upset. Right, thank God for that. There's 3 saves from John Big Nunes in there. Let's do Dennis on. Did I not put Dennis on the bench? Balls. Chucky comes on then. And Backstein. Because why not? Big John did have its clearance, didn't he? What aid do I use for generating new gen faces? ChatGPT, Cosmin. And to be fair, any of them, I would just do it, yeah. There's your no nonsense, indeed. No goal, right, 3 minutes to play. Can we get a Chucky goal or a Brook Myers goal? Either would be poetry for this save. Backstein, Baveda over. Brook Myers went in the goal himself. Doesn't count as much when that happens, though. They've actually had 17 shots here, Palace, but we've done an away performance on them, haven't we? What's the fantasy called? It's Fantasy FM. We're not actually running it at the moment, though. It will be back. Baveda! Doing a youth-only save is so hard. Done it with Hawks there in France, just stuck at 3rd after 15 seasons. I fully get it. I'm a bit worried that is going to be my destiny. Because of Barcelona, Real Madrid, it's going to be really tricky because they also get unreal new gens. That's the problem. But we'll see. I haven't got a plan of where that save is going to go. It could just be super long. But if you guys watch it, I'll keep making it. And we'll see what we might eventually have to be like. We're going to put a cap on this and see what we achieve in 20 seasons or something. Because at some point there's diminishing returns for people watching it. But we move. We'll see how it goes, won't we? Find the Wonder Kid. I want to start, but got 7 crossing. His all-round stats attributes are really good, but will his crossing get better? Probably Elijah. And if it's just one attribute, don't worry about it too much. What you also notice is that they've got really low crossing, but he still seems to cross it fine. So like, I don't really. If there's one thing that's not as good, I don't really worry about it so much. I'm like, crack on. It's like, actually, Malv Demise has only got 10 finishing, 11 finishing. It's not very good, but it doesn't matter because loads of other attributes you can do individual training, of course, yeah. Loads of other attributes actually mask that because if he's got good technique, his crossing doesn't need to be as high because he's like passing is good and things. So I wouldn't be massively hung up on it, and it probably will improve if he's a Wonder Kid too. All right, Liverpool beat Chelsea to go third. We are 4 points off second after 17 games, which feels a bit outrageous. Let's continue. We now need to get ourselves up to Bognar set to move to ABBA. Money, money, money. It's money, money, money. Why is Hernandez? Xavi's scouting Sani. Boo. Don't boo it. We had an agreement. Right. How much is this? It doesn't say in there. Interesting. Thank you, Bro Scorpion. You got the memo. Oliveira, how's he doing at centre mid now? Has he picked it up at all? Still makeshift. That's fair. Fair enough. Yes, Deckers. Thank you. This reminds me of the really funny joke Clayts did earlier. Just thinking about it has me in hysterics. Love it. Oh, my word. This is an historical moment in this save. In the world that is 3 counties, the Wyverns world, John Pereira is joining us permanently. Merry Christmas, 3 counties fans. Big John is here. And this time it's for keeps. We are massive. Big John is here to stay. I love it. It was always part of the plan, but there was always that little niggling feeling that it was never, ever going to actually happen. Do we just get 7 million of it back as well? We do. It cost us 15 mil, but 7 million of it goes to us because of the next sale percentage. That's very nice. 1 million just goes to Academia Crespo, who we signed him from as well. 50% off sale. Yeah. Please don't press cancel. I didn't. I've confirmed it. Big John is returning. Transfer arranged as well. I will tell you what. Have a look at that for future transfers in. Demister, Terrier, Pereira. The 1st of January. Oh, he joins. Pereira actually joins at the end of the season because of his loan. But those teed up transfers are pretty nice. Alfonso in the mud. I mean, yeah, he's just not as exciting because he's just a youngster that might be rubbish, to be honest. He's got 9 pace. But still, get a CB and we're done. Yeah, do we go and get big Nigerian lad? That Alfonso guy was just a freebie that our scouts liked, so I signed him without really knowing what he looked like. And now he looks kind of average, but our scouts liked him. Our scouts gave him an A+, and then I signed him, and now the scouts say B. So thank you for that, lads. Sort of lied to me a little bit there. This smells like... What's that? What's that smell? Has Jack done his nappy again? Or is that... Has Lenny farted? Oh, no. Smells like Europe. Come on! Send him to Spain. We don't sign him till 2023. 2033 even, so no. Not for like, what? Remember to check expiring contracts almost January. That is true. We haven't actually ever really done that, have we? The only one we wanted was Bowen, and it turns out he hates us anyway. Oh, Al Ali wants Lordolino. Money, money. It doesn't work because there's no ABBA part. That doesn't work. No offers for Luca. Doesn't have any interest. Right, just a reminder, Luca, that you did ask for this loan. So not having any interest in joining the clubs that want to loan you, Feels counterintuitive. Which is, yeah. Yeah, who on earth do we stalk on a free transfer now? Yeah, I don't know. Steve Guinan? Probably not. Oh, look at that. That's nice to see. Mayuka is on a goal drought now. I wonder, actually, it is now nearly Jan. Any more clauses come in? Tanu Gallas has a clause we can sell for 200k. Hey, that's not Tanu Gallas. Who the hell is that? Who on earth is that man? I am almost certain that Tanu Gallas did not look like that before. Why is he in disguise as one of the Chuckle brothers? I always was suspicious of Tanu Gallas. I'm not sure he really exists. Because we brought him in, could not sell him for the life of us, could not loan him. We sold him for 850k. And now he's been bleaching his skin. After moving, he's Senegalese. There are so many questions in my head right now. Also, if you were going to go in disguise, would you go in the most stereotypical disguise you could possibly think of? It's a serious rebrand. It really is. Scouts still love him. Excellent signing, apparently. I think you're lying. I think he might be another Ali Dia here that's happened right now. How did he get 7 under 20 caps for Senegal as well? Where was he born? Dakar, Senegal. He's gone to Portugal and I'm going to say it. He's changed skin colour. What do the analysts think? I don't know. I'm thoroughly confused. Thoroughly confusing situation there. How's Folovsky doing, by the way? Nice, he's doing all right. His agent is his brother, for sure. For sure he is. This happened last date for me too. My young Italian left-back with African heritage is now white in game. Vitiligo, maybe. Tanu Gallas listens to Matt Letizia and worships him. I would not be surprised. He might have he might do. Check his passport. Have you got a before picture? I'm sure somebody could go and get a screenshot of his before picture that we can compare to. I'm sure of it. Right, we've got a game. Forest, I think also away from home. We should put Dennis on the bench for that because I was looking for him last time. Now Myers has made his debut. Played well as well. Let's go. Probably is Myers, to be honest. Let's put Dennis on the bench. Dennis is ready. Yeah, there is. Vitiligo isn't there? But seems like a strange one to have happened to him. And also then he grew a sort of disguising moustache and afro as well. Don't forget Dinas. Yeah. Other than him then, Oliveira can't play there yet, but we will bring him on in midfield, I think, as well. Do we go with the same team? Question is Francini or Ballantyne? Ballantyne's wanted again. If Antic is going, maybe time to start getting life to use. Yeah, we could, maybe not. I mean, maybe, but who? I suppose we could put Brooke Myers on the bench, couldn't we? Or Gorn, but we don't need to. How you doing, Lauren? 2-0 Australia. Wild. So good. I did very much enjoy watching Australia win that game. I enjoyed watching Scotland. I watched them both on highlights as well, but there was like, I watched that Scotland game and I had a really out-of-body experience watching it, or watching the highlights, I should say. There's part of me going, I could approach this in so many different ways. I could be really aggy and annoyed that they've won a game here and go down the, well, it was only Haiti. Or I could actually be like, that's class for them. Look how much they're loving it. And actually, why would I not be happy about this? And I'm going to choose to go with that. I'm buzzing for Scotland winning that game. They've also kind of done what they needed to do. Haiti played great. Well, if we want to go football down the road, exactly, they can only beat the team in front of them. If you want to go football, you could actually... What did you do to the real Clayts? I know. I think it's because I'm a dad now, honestly. And because maybe I was severely lacking sleep. I'll still make jokes, I'm sure. And it'll come around. But I watched them in the stands and I was like, I'm happy. I like this. There's no need to make yourself angry. Just enjoy it. Exactly. In life, just think, am I being aggy here for no reason? And then just don't. And you're like, I feel class now. If you want to go football about it, God, they were hanging on, weren't they? God, they were hanging on. I'm mellowing with age. I think so. Some people just don't understand that. Yeah, I get it though. I think a younger me, and this is why you're saying like change, you don't need to be tribal. You just like, it actually benefits no one, does it really? It was massive for Scotland. And if you can't quite see the reasoning for that, I think you might just be an Aggie for no reason. Like, you're excited for Wednesday? I am actually a little bit excited for Wednesday. I'm like, yeah. I think today might help to get properly into this World Cup. I won't lie. And it is very England centric, and I know that, or like even UK centric, and the world does not revolve around us, but it is just because of the time zones. It is quite difficult to get into the World Cup, I think, at the start now, and it does have a bit of a feeling of like, I feel like I'm working really hard to get World Cup fever, and the World Cup isn't giving me World Cup fever a little bit. I'm hoping that will change, and it usually does. And I feel like this is also the same thing. We had this with Qatar, I think, with all of the basically horrendous human rights stuff going on, and then the football starts and you can sort of still go, maybe this is the whole point, by the way, which is also not great. All of the other stuff around it, exactly. You then do watch the football and go, football's class, isn't it? Which is not great in itself, but you can. This time I've struggled because also the games, you wake up all day and you're like, it's the World Cup, and then it's like I have to wait till 8 p.m, and then you look at the game at 8 p.m and it's Canada versus whoever it was, and you're like, great, and then I can watch that game, and then I've got to go to bed and then watch 8 minutes in the morning of it. It's difficult. I do feel like, I'm sure there would have been a slightly better way around this. I also don't think them spacing the games as much as they have has helped. The best thing about the World Cup for me is that feeling of the games are just non-stop. Today is so much better, and I get that where this comes from. If you're a US based fan, you're probably going, oh, boo-hoo, you moaning about this. I'm not actually moaning. I'm just sort of explaining the experience, I guess, and I suppose this is the same when it's flipped the other way around, right? But yeah, it's one of those where I'm like, I think I'm forcing myself to try and get into it because I know how much I love the World Cup. But yeah, it is. I think it ramps up as well, which actually helps. Germany at 6 p.m. and then the games. There's like 3 games you could feasibly watch now, whilst also having a 1-year-old son. And I think that's the thing as well. I'm like, in my head, I was like, this is perfect. I've literally got the perfect job now to be able to watch all of the games and stay up all night. And then I'm like, no, I can't. Because Jack's like, it's 5 a.m. now. I'd like to wake up. And I'm like, yeah, but I watched Scotland Haiti at 2 a.m, mate. And then, yeah, I can't really do that. Yeah, the drinks breaks are crap. They need to bin that off or stop the clock, or just, I mean, they can't bin it off because of the weather and the heat, but like there are people calling it quarters now, and I'm like, oh dear. But yeah, and it's sort of a necessary evil, but it does kill the game a lot, doesn't it? As a US fan, waking up at 7 a.m. on Saturday to watch my team kind of sucks, so I get it. Yeah, exactly. It's just flipped around, isn't it? But I think for a World Cup, you just want it to be, because it is a festival of football, and usually the best World Cups experiences are when you're like, oh my god, there's so much football, I love it so much. And then this one feels like, oh, there's actually not. There's not actually that much football. But still, I think some of these results have helped as well, though. Like Scotland's win, Australia's result massively helps. Even Qatar getting that last minute equaliser, Brazil not being particularly good, but Morocco looking quite good. I think that helps. Although I think the Morocco-Brazil game kind of shows the effect that the weather can have. Because that game just sort of was like, wow, football! And then it went, ugh. This is my impression of that football game. Yeah! This is the second half. Looks like I've had a stroke. Are you picking for Australia versus USA versus Australia? I think people shouldn't sleep on Australia. I would love it if Australia could get a result in that game. I also do think it's pretty cool for the whole tournament that USA go in and absolutely pump Paraguay, by the way. Even if I don't really want to listen. I think there's a weird thing going on that is, I saw somebody else tweet, I think Jack tweeted about this. Not my Jack. Work the space Jack. That Twitter, which basically I just need to not go on that app because it's horrendous. Twitter is now forcing this whole like UK versus USA like culture clash about soccer. And again, you can just step away from that and be like, I don't know why I'm being aggy about this, but social media forces you into being aggy about these things and feeling these emotions. And I'm like finding myself getting annoyed by like US fans on Twitter, and I'm like, hang on a minute, why? Like, well, I don't care. It does happen at every World Cup a little bit. Yeah, I remember when we played them and they drew 0-0 and they won the game 0-0, didn't they? But like, again, get a bit older and you're like, actually, Why do I care about what this one particular USA fan who's trying to bait somebody thinks, or likewise this England fan that is baiting US fans feels like, and he's got some on his high horse about what football is and what football isn't. Like, actually, does it matter? I'm impressed if 1-year-old Jack tweeted that. Penalty! Bolde goes down. It's a lovely bit of play from the right wing. He's won a pen. We've been given it. Second minute. Could be a perfect start. I think Bolde's going to take it. He is. I actually think he may have been quite impressive since we've moved him right side. He smashes home the penalty as well, and we lead 1-0. Lovely. Bolde revelation, yeah. There are morons in every fan base. There's morons on every single corner of the earth everywhere. Media exists purely to wind people up now, and annoyingly it works. Absolutely. And we talk about that a lot on this channel, don't we? It's like so cleansing when you actually step away and have that revelation moment where you're like, oh, it's just really difficult to go to do that. Because it's all encompassing. It gets you. It does. I find myself, someone will say, like, even like a YouTube comment will get me, and I'm like, right. And I'm like, hang on a minute. What am I doing? That, like, literally force yourself to read the other hundreds of really nice messages, and you're suddenly like, God, this is class. But you read that one that's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be... Piss off, you... Basically. Speaking of morons, join the Discord. Absolutely, yes, you should do that. I'm doing a bit of mod in there. Love that. Right. Youth Only Save goes good, Jake. Very good indeed. I've played the 10th season. And of course, we have the 9th up to season number... No, that's not true. We've got up to season number 8 is out now. I've played the 9th season and I'm into the 10th season. And I will say this right now. Season 9 and season number 10's squad it are the most in-depth ever. I've put every single player at the club in my squad it. So get ready for that. There's going to be some waffle. At least we can all agree that Lee Dixon is ruining the World Cup. Don't tell him, though, because he will reply. Because I did a joke about him and he replied to it quite angsty. And he didn't like me taking the mick out of him. Because it did get like 50,000 likes, didn't it, that tweet? You love the waffling, I'm glad. People do. Although somebody did go, okay, I kind of get the waffling, you should do that, but stop waffling about the waffling. And I had to go, that's fair, actually, to be fair. Dixon was awful when they paired with Matterface to make it even worse. Here for the waffle. Here's a weird thought. I don't hate Matterface. Sam Matterface, whilst being a bit drab, does have a footballing cadence and tone to his voice that I think actually adds to the event a little bit. Like, he has a voice that is kind of England football, if you know what I mean. If he's paired with someone with a personality, I think he can work. And I've got strong views on commentary. It's one of my biggest gripes. I feel like punditry and commentary should do better at holding up standards, and they don't. But I actually think Matterface, I think there's a real art to it. And I can really appreciate good commentary. What I'm saying is my opinion on it is much better than much more meaningful than anybody else's. No, what I mean is that I actually think about these a lot. So I feel like with McCoist could actually work. And I don't love Ali McCoist, but I think he's tainted his reputation with me because of how bad he is with Fletch. And Fletch, honestly, I could put him in a bin and never think about him ever again. I hate that man. Alan says, do you watch the World Cup? Yep. Well, there you have it. Clayts should tell FIFA and all broadcast partners how to commentate. Yes, indeed. But yeah, I think I don't hate Matterface, but I can agree with you that Matterface with Dixon is a little bit like, it's a bit too low key. I don't think it needs to be so like dire. ITV coverage in general has been dreadful. Even the pundits during the Swiss Qatar pen incident, they just shouted over each other. Yeah, I did. Very first game, I think it was. They went to half-time, didn't they? And it was Keane and Neville just arguing about something to do with South Africa, Mexico. And I just thought, like, you've had your little go at each other here now. Now let's move on. And then they didn't. They continued for ages. I was like, all right, pack it. Like, we get it. You disagree on that. You're allowed to disagree. That's sort of the point. But you don't have to actually, like, you're having an argument now. Yeah, the goalie. It was on the goalie and whether the goalie was bad. That's so true. That's it. They've equalised, by the way. It's a good finish from Mikel Brentsis. I'm not sure Nunes is great here. Yeah, spent 15 minutes on the same incident, which was a bit of a non-event. Ultimately, it doesn't matter who you blame. Like, the things happened. Like, nothing changes depending on who you blame here. If you like, and that's what they were arguing about. Right, 1-1. Let's make changes to try and get back in the lead here. Wasn't the penalty offside? I thought it was, and they haven't actually ever seemed to prove that it wasn't, have they? Out of all the 33 plus English players who could replace Dixon in future, as I like someone who did stuff for England, he played in 1993. Oh, yeah. Are you saying, like, someone could replace Dixon? Yeah, I'd like someone with... I'll tell you, like, there are good ones as well, aren't there? Technical issue, according to FIFA. So, did they actually say that? But surely they looked at the like, with the naked eye and went, well, he's offside then. Why did they lean on the side of giving a penalty in a match-deciding decision then? Yeah, Milner has pundit vibes. I think Milner wants to go into coaching, though. I haven't seen that statement. That's very dodgy, you know. I just found your Dixon tweet. I actually hate Drury more than Dixon. Drury killed his... Drury just went too far, didn't he? Drury actually is perfect for a highlights package. Connor Cody? Yeah, I don't hate Connor Cody. He talks quite well. Connor Cody's suffered, I think, by some of the games they've put him on, because when you come through, you don't get put on the big games. You have to talk about rubbish football a lot of the time. Or not rubbish football, but rubbish moments that people don't care as much. You kind of get like, you don't get the reputation from it. Yeah, Drury's fun until you hear him every week. And he comes out with brilliant one-liners, and then you listen to him do 90 minutes and you're like, oh, that's all he does. He just does one-liners. Right, Lordolino off. Don't love doing Lordolino off, but we need to find a goal here. Let's do Oliveira on in midfield. Put him there. Let's do Dinis on for Freddie Lopez and do Balde back on the left. And then I guess we chuck Chucky on. That's McCoy Stewart. It is. I think it is, yeah. Andros Townsend is pretty good. I don't think Walcott's too bad. Except for him being Arsenal. I still love Drury. Best thing for me is that he commentates every game like it's the World Cup final, which is quite nice for me. I actually agree with that. I'd much prefer... I get why, like, it's a bit cringe, isn't it? Probably is the word. But I would much prefer them to go down that route than the Dixon route, or even like the Mataface route, I guess, and making it a bit like routine. I'd rather them like, let's hype it, let's build it, let's be positive as well, but not too positive, because that's what Ali McCoy does, and I'm like, that is not. Tell you what, no, he did passed it 5 yards, mate. Declan Rice is not like the second coming of Jesus because of that 5-yard pass back to Gabriel. Sorry, something. Remember when I said you don't need to be Aggie? You don't need... It all sort of came out there. Sorry, chat. Still 9 to go. Can we find a winner here? What can I do? Maybe Ballantyne for Francini. Who did you sell to get the money together to make the signings? Ronaldinho and Mbemba, Johnny went. For the next month, Ollie, do you know what? I can almost get behind you on that one. If Declan Rice scores for England, I might cheer. And that is as far as that's going to go. Right, a 1-1 draw. We've dominated them there. 20 shots, 8 on target. But Forest get themselves a draw. They will take this. It means we actually go up to 5th in the league. Maybe I won't. Yeah, well, to be fair, Kokoto, I wouldn't expect you to. That's fair. In the Netherlands, the punditry is so bad that I watch the Belgian TV. Fair enough. Don't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Do the lead judges and fail to react? That'll be me. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. All right. No, we go back down to 6 now because Chelsea drew to Villa later on. All right. I mean, if we're staying in 6, we are absolutely fine. There is one more game and then it's Demista time. We might even get him in today's stream. Crazy. I just don't understand people who watch with commentary off. It's just off when no one is commentating over it. I don't agree. I would much prefer a lot of times, not always, because when there's a commentary team that I don't like, I would love to be able to watch, like Prime do. I would love to watch with just match sounds. I'm so upset that more productions don't offer that as an option. And I'll tell you why. It feels like it's much more like watching football live in the stadium. And I actually love that. Like the idea of like, oh, the worst thing when they have banter between them. That's Ali McCoist and Fletch. That's Fletch in general. Shut up, mate. Who even are you? Like, I'll tell you what, the thing that with Fletch that annoyed me the most is when there was a table, right? And they were giving, it was like Shearer. Well, it probably wasn't Shearer. It would have been all of the TNT lot all around a table of like all of these ex-footballers. Like, and then Fletch. And they're all talking about football, and Fletch was chiming in. I was like, sorry, what? How? First of all, why are you even here? Fletch? You need it when Fletch, Rio, and Savage commented on that United Leon game. That was crazy. Yeah, it's a great game of football, and they were terrible on it, weren't they? Yeah. I find commentary weird because my first watching experience was FM without any comments. Really? Yeah, that's a strange little different angle. You should get the commentary mod for FM, Lauren. There you go. I just like arguing with commentators, if I'm honest. I don't know why. Yeah, you know what's weird? Even as an American, I don't like American commentators. Really? Happy for no sound when Alan Smith commentators. Yeah, I do feel like it is one of those jobs where everyone hates you most of the time. But a lot of the time, people would miss them if they weren't there. Still hate Savage for nearly ruining Bowen's ECL final goal. Yeah. It's such a big responsibility a lot of the time as well, because that is people's memories of that moment as well, isn't it? Jamie, I don't disagree. It's not necessary. Like, I think for a British ear, it does. That's not necessarily like they're not really doing anything wrong, but I think it's just because their way of talking about sports is just different. An American talking about football is quite jarring, but it's not because they're wrong. It's just because it's different. Like, there's no reason to hate because of that either, even though it is like quite jarring. And I agree with you. You hate Jim Beglin. Exactly. Just be quiet and let the moment play out. I see other people complaining about that as well. When commentators don't say anything and you can just hear the crowd after a goal and they're like, you just stayed quiet. I was like, yeah, do that more. Lallis is just a horrible person. Yeah, I also hate all of that where it's like just trying to make viral clips. Like Lallis calling somebody a wanker. Clearly like pre-planned. And he's a bit of a knobhead, isn't he? So is he not a bit of a wanker? Oh. Interestingly, Yosemite Nazir is having his contract expire. It was about James Corden, so it was true as well, yeah. Also, JB Green is on a free too. I can't offer him a contract yet, but do we just get the little lad in as an option on a free? I wonder what his wages are going to be. 17 mil, 39k. That's actually not that bad. I thought Manzami looked all right in patches this morning when he came on for the Swiss. I think it's weird that he didn't start though, right? End of contract squad player. I think we could do a lot worse than getting this guy in as an impact sub, by the way. 35k is okay. I know he can't jump, but I actually think he's got a lot of quality that you could even sell for a big profit if we signed him on a free. So I'm kind of into this. I might even take that down because it'll be about selling him. Take that down to 50 to make sure that we can afford him. And give him... I mean, you can go for a free if we get relegated. I quite like that. He was the brightest spark with Vargas, yeah. I love Manzambi. All right, there are some contract things to do here, but that might not go through. I didn't think so. I'll sort that closer to the time. Teruel. We haven't had our... We can do these at the end of the season. We haven't had our feeder club come back yet, have we? Will he be an impact sub? You will. Can he be a CDM? He absolutely could be, yeah. Definitely. How you doing, Tom? Welcome in, dude. Let's give Pharrell Johnson another... I mean, it's a big wage boost. Let's give him another 5 years and keep him here forever. You're ours forever, Pharrell. Morning, morning. Just it is indeed. I hope you're well. How's Worcester going? That's a good question. Shall we check? They were League One, weren't they? Under Dirk Kuyt. I wonder if Dirk Kuyt's still the manager. Also, we haven't checked Leonie's Wyvernettes, have we, for a while? Let's see. Dirk Kuyt is still the manager. They're 5th in the league. So they're possibly not going to go up this season either. Watford are top. Worcester are 5th in the playoff places, though. So they might do, but maybe not. How's their... Can I see their tactics at all? No. How's their team doing? Top goal scorer is Declan Shaughnessy. And then also Frankie Bishop has got 10 goals. He is still there. Good old Frankie. I love that he's just got there's just a world that he exists in this save as well. I love stuff like that. So silly, isn't it? Watford in League One, yeah. Maybe Aaron Kunda can only play in the World Cup, maybe. Wyvernettes. Please be top of the league. I want them to get to the WSL. 3rd. I think it's only one team promoted, isn't it? They are close, though. Oh, look. Go on, Violet. Violet's the highest average rating in the league. They've scored the most goals. Violet must be old now. Violet's 33 and still rocking it. Oh, she's injured. 2 to 3 months with a hip injury. That's going to kill their season. What a season from her. She's back. 3 Counties icon. I'm going to sneeze again. And 2. Bless me. Leonie absolutely killing it. She's doing all right. I wonder if she can just... She's 2 points off the top. It'd be lovely if she could get up to WSL, wouldn't it? If she wins this, is there a playoff game or is it straight up? I think it's straight up, right? Right, we play Newcastle and then we sign Malv Demise. Let's actually go and get that done now because, yeah, we are waiting around to get that done. Yeah, bad hips in your 30s tracks, yeah. All right. Same team or any changes? Any interest in Antic yet? Any interest in any of our players that we'd actually sell? Suarez is wanted by Saudi. No extra interest, no. Would you dual manage if they get promoted? Probably not. Like, the temptations there maybe, but I think at this stage, I think I'd rather keep things moving. It would slow down the save quite a lot. I think I'd rather keep it moving with this, with the men's. I think that type of thing you do, if we win the Premier League or win the Champions League and it's kind of done, and then the save is just like, let's just see where we go with it now. Maybe that's where you do it, or maybe you take over the women and make them your main project and keep the men taking over or something, but probably not, no. I also quite like that Leonie is the manager. If Leonie gets sacked, maybe that's different, but I think for now we keep her going there. All right, I think same team. Is Dennis on the bench? Yes. Do I go Ballantyne over Francini for a game? Let's do that. Hey, La Super. How you doing, my friend? Have a nice Football Manager stream. I like how specific you are there. Thank you, dude. I will do my best. All right, there's the Newcastle team. Newcastle at home. They've got Jamie Gittins. They've got Christian Cafane. He's good on FM. Lennon Miller. What a guy. Zabani, Calafiori, Noah Atabolu. They've been busy. It's not like Palace have signed no one. Newcastle have signed an entire new team. There is, though, the Wyverns. Here at the Hawthorns. Is there any Newcastle player still there? Lewis Hall at left back. I think that's it, isn't it? In their starting lineup. Where are they in the league? They're 10th. A rainy day in West Bromwich. Get through this. And then the boys sign. The Meester returns. Huge. Huge. What was that Newcastle sub? Donkin someone or other? I don't know. I'll have to look. After this highlight, we'll have a look at Duncan's someone or other. Balde down the right. Can he find someone in the middle? He goes back to Dinko. Dinko shoots. Oh, good save, Atabolo. We've conquered all of England. Heads and hearts and bugs. Soon we'll be in Europe and win the effing cup. We could get an LA going, couldn't we? I need to think about some more mods as well. I haven't done it yet. I keep saying it. The stadium mod's probably needed for the Prem. I might try and do that. I'm just basically, my entire life's been taken up by this youth save and being sick on 1 day a week at the moment. I'm hoping that will stop now. But yeah, then I can do some like mods and stuff because they take a while to get sorted. Thoughts on what Alison apparently said. I think it's a bit of a it is what it is. I'm not that fussed about it. I'm not sure he quite meant it like that. I think he meant I was being careful with my fitness. It wasn't like I missed Liverpool games so that I could play in the World Cup. It was more like I was missing Liverpool games because I was injured and I needed to make sure that I got fit, which is also exactly probably taken wrong. Like also benefits Liverpool to make sure that he gets fit properly, if you see what I mean. And let's be honest, they were nothing games for Liverpool ultimately, really. Good tackle that is. They're going to score anyway, but what a tackle. Yeah, it didn't rush back, exactly. Yeah, Breezy, I either play or instant result. And what I usually do to get through the save, it depends how much time I've got, so it does vary. But I usually holiday in between games, and then I will do the team and either instant result it or play it. I've found myself playing quite a lot because I'm loving the save. And it's quite fun seeing them on the pitch. But I always do instant result rather than holiday through them because then I can pick the team and it's all about the rotation and things. But yeah, I instant result to make sure you progress a bit quicker, especially if you're in a place where you're like, it doesn't really matter what the results are here because I'm mid-table, which is a lot of my save. I'm like, cool, I'm now 10th. If I go through all of these games, I'm going to finish 10th. I've literally had one season in that save so far where we've like challenged at the top. Even after getting promoted. Exactly, not for you don't need to holiday these days because you can have control over the games. Like basically it's pick your team, but still sort of holiday, but not really. The instant result button is the way to do it. But holidaying in between games is the way because you can see the news come in. It's a great way of playing the game, but on speed. Not on speed, that sounds wrong. But you just come back off holiday if you see something you need to deal with. And that's what I do. I'm like, oh, look, he's upset. Come back, deal with it. Go back on holiday to the next game. If something comes in, stop it that way. I found like a good workflow that way where I feel like I'm on top of the save without missing stuff, but also getting through it quick enough because trying to get through 2 seasons in a week, also whilst recording it and getting it edited and, you know, giving feedback to the editor to go and edit it again, etc. is a lot, yeah. Exactly, the assistant also takes the credit, yeah. Sani! 1-1. Little poachers finished that one from Andre Sani. Probably doesn't play as much after this game. There is a VAR check. It's awarded. Get in. Because of Demista and Terrier coming in, so it's good for him to score a goal now. Had a decent season. We've not seen loads of him in the live games, have we? But we have today. He has equalised before half-time here at the Hawthorns. Come on. I'll tell you what, though, Breezy. If you do the youth save, or on your youth, well, you're doing it, I mean, do your track. Either do your squad it's like I do, but, like, track everything. The devil is in the details. So much with a save like this. Like I've now done it so that in my I can actually can I show you without it being I probably can. I can actually now track the individual attributes, how much they've changed in the squad. I'll show you after in my tracker. I'll show you afterwards. I think I can load in fact, let me get it ready. I think I can load in. There's no real spoilers. I'll do it here. There's no real spoilers anyway. Because I can just do one player. Let me get it ready and then I'll show you after the game. Let's do Luciano Sanchez. There you go. A squad it or a sorry, yeah. Sorry for a silly question. What is a squad it? Yeah, as if that was just a normal thing to say. A squad audit. Basically going through your squad and just separating them and deciding what type of role they're going to have in your squad. That's terrible keeping. I think it was a deflected cross that makes that happen. But Newcastle lead again. Pablo Torre. If you're not using a spreadsheet to track a spreadsheet-based video game, you are not cool. Agreed. That's such a normal question to ask. What the hell is a squad it? Right, bowl day off. Dennis on. We're going to have to make some quite severe changes to try and get back into this game now. Ballantyne's anxious, so let's do Francini. Let's do Oliveira for... I'm actually going to do this. And play Oliveira up front, and maybe he'll score a goal. Terrible defending, but it was also that deflected cross, wasn't it? Well, to be fair, the fullback got beaten. I think it was Ballantyne, wasn't it? Chucky win the header. Straight away up the other end. Chucky get there. Cleared. Baveda. Dennis. Lovely. Deflected, cleared. I think you might be right, Wo. I go through the squad, but kind of just remember who I like. You'll use spreadsheets. Once you get further in, yeah. When it comes to like recruitment and selling players, Lauren, you want to decide like first choice, second choice, who plays in your under 21s. When it gets to like a level where you're like, I want this player to develop now because he's a new gen. I need to give him game time. It gets to a point where using spreadsheets actually becomes quite useful. There is a squad planner in the game that you can use, but it's not great. Is Bognar still your best player? Nah, Lordolina is probably our best player, although he played terribly here. We are going to lose this game, I think. We'll go very attacking for the last minute, see if we can make something happen. You should make a full squad it app. I actually am tempted. So I did put it in... Yeah, somebody said earlier that they use it as well. I'm basically using this... I'm going to try not to spoil too much now. If you're into the Wesker save, I'm sorry if this spoils stuff, but I don't think it will too much. Don't look too closely, is what I'll say. This is what I've been using to track everything in my Wesker save. So I import the intakes from every year so that I can see all of my players that come through my youth intakes. I then have my list of graduates, which I'll quickly show you, that shows how many games players have played and how many goals they've scored. I have my squad it on here where I can plan who's going to be in which squad. This is the program that I've made. And I've also got now this attributes tab that I've put in, which is where I can load in a player out of all of my players. I can then, where I've loaded in the data from end of seasons, which is you can import here, I can then put their profiles in. So from the end of season 1 until the end of season 7, Luciano Sanchez, our midfielder, has grown by this many in these attributes. So if I just move myself out of the way, you can see that he's grown by 8 in his marking, and he's gone up by 8 because the game doesn't actually show you this, but I can now track how much they've actually grown over the years in the save. So if you tell me that you're doing Football Manager, you can be doing Football Manager to an even higher degree of detail. I'm telling you, positioning +7. So when I'm looking at like Kusat, who I'm trying to get to like 10 pace, 10 acceleration, I can actually see like if he's actually growing in that position. I could actually run my 3 county save through the La Cantera program as well. And I'm going to make it so that you can rebrand this. You can actually do it. Yeah, it's just Claude code, exactly, Vibe coded. You can actually do this, but I'm going to make it so that you can change the badge on there to your badge as well. It will also then track if you sell any players, you can see who sold. But I've sold nobody in the Wesker save, which is why we've made no money. But even having like the thing on here, so you can change these titles as well so that they can be like, you could change this to your under 21 team if you wanted as well. But it's basically the Squad It app, but here. And instead of typing them, you can select them from the drop down on here. Honestly, not that long, Deckers. Not that long. Don't know why FM doesn't have this. It's good, isn't it? It kind of like, it helps. It helps with like, if you create it to the point that you want it to be your level, if this makes sense. I love things like this, like stats and numbers. I wish EAFC could have this. Yeah. It's pretty cool. And then you get an overview of who's everywhere. Look, how many graduates you've got. 144 players have come through. I've released 50 of them. The 16 that come through every year, how many make the most appearances? Like the class of 2026, look, you got Nacho now, 323 appearances on there as well, which is a little bit ahead of where you are in on videos. But, you know, there's a little spoiler there for you. But, yeah. I honestly worry that this program will make me play even slower than I already do. I mean, this is true, yeah. I mean, maybe, David. It's all there. It all makes sense, like, to be able to do it. Add another row, look, I've got it in there. There's loads of little tweaks that I'm making still. And then what you do, if people want to actually do this, for every video for the Wesker save, I export a save file. It's like a JSON file that if you then open the tracker, the La Cantera tracker, and then import the save, you'll get this so that you could go and look at all of the stats of all the players and see it see my save like this. But I'm going to make it so that you can use it in your own saves as well. Yeah, just an AI app that I made just to make my youth only save even better. Basically, Breezy, if you want this, let me know. I mean this in the best way, but you're insane. Thank you very much. But yeah, I know. I'm telling you, this is Football Manager, but done properly to a level of autistic that you could not comprehend. That's what it is. I'm sure I could very quickly, Breezy, do a version that is your version, as in like just change the badge and then everything you do just is importing it. I'm doing exactly the same for Mac. Nice. Yeah, exactly, Mark. It's like anyone can do it. All right, we have... Did we go? No, we lost, didn't we? It is time, though, chat. It is time. You could go into so much detail, yeah. I think everyone here does. Yeah, no, exactly. The fact that you guys... I mean, I'm here streaming Football Manager. You guys are sat here watching somebody stream Football Manager. Like, we are the same. I just worry that I'll get bored and give up after 3 seasons. 1 season down already, and it's very fun. Yeah, I don't think you will. Because you get actual connections with actual players. The one thing that might sort of advice for these saves, it can become really overwhelming once you get loads of set players and you're like, how on earth do I get all of these guys in? So you kind of have to think, as I know that you do, you have to like balance the meta versus your immersion of like the narrative. For example, like Nacho's my captain in that save, or like Cabrera's my striker. I'm like, I don't actually want to replace him because he's my guy. So you kind of have to work it that way. And also be a bit ruthless with the rubbish players and just get rid after a while. I'm not the same. Okay, maybe I am. Yeah. You are. You just haven't realised it yet. FM is my hobby, which cross-paths with another hobby. Reminds me of trying to do similar back in 90s with programming. Exactly, Mark, yeah? It's cool that it's possible, isn't it? Really cool. Chat. It's the 31st. It is Malvdemeester Eve, if you like. FM is like an actual manager if actual managers can see attributes. Yeah, it's funny that that doesn't exist in the real world, does it? But they see stats instead, you see. We have got... Hello? Garden Stars have made a bid to sign Ronaldo Flowers. He might get a team. He might get a team. I have to work an event tonight, so I have to dash. All good. I'll catch you soon, Breezy. It's in Antigua and Barbuda. I'm actually quite happy for him if he goes back and signs for a club. I mean, he's never going to sign for them because he wants like 40k a week, doesn't he? Also, Ronaldo Flowers signing for Garden Party, or whatever the name is. It's not called Garden Party. Garden Stars is perfect, isn't it? Poetry. Right, there's also a bid for Stankovic, who... Is he still on a free? He is still on a free. I thought he signed for Stoke. He must have never actually done it in the end. He's back from the dead. Malvin Easter. I see what you've done there. Work permits update. We have an empty slot. We didn't ever get to use it, which feels like a waste, but oh well. Garden Star sounds like the yard manager sim you secretly play late at night. It does, yeah. Or like that mobile game that you play on a flight. All right. I can now change, by the way, my season expectation. So we have been given 10,707,000, but we are top half. If I say mid-table, we get an extra 2 million and an extra 40k a week. Yeah, exactly, Holmes. It was like 40k a week, wasn't it? And like star player. Be interesting to see how much Garden Flowers pay him. I don't know why we're all struggling with this name so much, but I kind of like it. All right, I'm gonna say mid-table. I might. Do I say avoid relegation because it gives us like basically the same money? I'm gonna say that and be very safe. I'm not sure we need all of those wages, but let's do that. Yeah, Deckers, you do. All right. Mbemba has gone. We say goodbye to Emmanuel Mbemba, who has now moved on for a very nice £8 million after signing for 700k. 2 seasons of very good football from him, actually. Didn't play this season because he kind of screwed us over on deadline day. He now goes for 8 million. That helps us to pay for 120k went to them, 700k went to Mbemba. All good. That helps us to pay for Demeester, though. We're going to get them in. 2 signings are confirmed. That's surely not the end of that. That's not how you're going to announce them, surely. We've officially completed the signs of Melvin Demeester and Guillaume Terrier. from Leicester and Royal Standard de Liège for £70 million is what we spent on these two. 65 on Demeester, 4.4 on Terrier. Welcome to the club. Somebody told me, what was Demeester's number? I think it was 43. Terrier got a higher star rating. He did. I want to say it was 43. Thank you, Ray. Terrier wants number 9. I'm not going to give you number 9. I will give you number 89. 99 is taken by Antich. 43 given to him. He gets his old number back. Let's get them registered. Malvin Demeester's back in the team. So cool, right? He's under 21, so he doesn't need to be registered. Anyway, Demeester's on fire. Yeah, we need to send our boy Terrier on his language course. We'll get these guys welcomed. Backstein is doing the welcoming. Of course he is. Anyone know how to ask the board for more of the transfer fee to go to the transfer budget? Yeah, you go to club. You go to board. You go to board requests on here, and it'll be on finance. It will be one of these. It'll be like percentage of transfer budget, Riches. I can't do it because I've got 100%, but it'll be on there. How do you set up your own club? I'm currently doing my own Youth to Glory save with Coruña. Made it to top division, won the Conference League also. Very nice, Cray. You do it in the pre-game editor. So you take an existing club and change everything about them. That way you've got your own club. So this was Quorn FC before. Now it's very much not. All right, Mbemba is gone. Record transfer income is 38 million. Spending is 120. We spent 127 mil. Wild. Speaking of numbers, I love the idea of people flaming out about Cressy wearing number 7 with Czechia. I mean, when he's like scoring headers like that, he can do whatever he wants, right? All right, player analysis. Lordolino has interest from Al Ahly. Money, money, money. Andre Sani loans. Each of the bidding teams generally play a different style of football to us, which is true. What are they offering? I don't think we want to loan him, but regular starter from both. The Haiti left back being number 8 was arguably worse. Definitely. I don't know what you mean, Deckers, so no. The squad it thing is mainly used for my Wesker save, the YouTube save, and it's in the description. It tells you how to use it on there. But I don't think there is a command for it now. I'm going to say no to loaning Sani. I'm also going to make him unavailable to loan. There is a loan option here for Lolly, who has got good potential. We did try and sell him, although I might take him off the transfer list. Because he's got really good value. I mean, do we need to get Diego Lolly involved in our team? Because he's quite good. I don't know if he's ever going to be top level. He's not particularly quick. He is massive, though. Yeah, for Barnet, right? Whoa. He can't head. He's probably not going to make it. Joe's son, yeah. We probably sell him for a decent old chunk, don't we? No one wants to sign him, though. I could ask about market interest, maybe. No one wants him. Loan Sani, let him get regular games. Use Antich, and if he doesn't do well in the summer, get Sani as a backup. I tell you what we do. We try and sell Antich, and then at the end of the window, if we haven't sold Antich, or if that looks like a no-go, we use Antich until the end of the season and we loan Sani for the rest of the season. That's actually not a bad plan. Give him regular football that way. I might loan Lolly then, but not to a team that is going to give him squad player. We want him to play regularly. How do you add the logo? Just the same as you add any logo, Alfredo. You just add, you mean in the game, right? Just club badges. It's in your graphics folder and then logos. The same, you'd add a logo badge pack and then change one of those maybe, but the same way that you do those. Right, that is open. Do we have any extra interest in players because of that? It looks like we might do, to be fair. Sani's wanted, Bolde's wanted. Is Antich wanted then? No. Let's offer him out and see what happens. There's no interest at the moment. Offer via transfer room, unspecified, transfer listed. See if anybody comes in for him, and we go from there. I need to find Luca his loan. It's just Al Nasir in for him, though. Loan. I wish that would remember from last time that I didn't want to sell him. Loan to buy. I don't want to do this every time. I don't want to do an optional either. Unspecified, unspecified, regular starter. What's below that? Squad player. Yeah, I want regular starter. All right, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to make sure we go and get a game with Demister in. So we are going to play this game against Leeds away from home with our new look attack, with our new look squad it that we did, and see how we get on. And then we'll see what we can do with the January window after that, I think. He's actually back. He's actually here. Very cool. All right. Boveda suspended. That means I might play Francini on that side, actually, rather than play Gorn, but we'll put Gorn on the bench. Let's bring him back in. Demister through the middle. Only 3 stars. A little bit scary, but he's going to score a hat-trick. We will put Sani back on the bench for you. We will put Terrier is going to start left wing for Freddie Lopez. Already at 18, looking pretty good according to our coaches, which is cool. We will then put... When do you go then? Oh, he doesn't go till the 13th, Ronaldinho. Fun. Lopez can go on the bench for... Who for now? I actually don't know. Gorn. Forget about it. Actually, maybe Gorn should be on the bench. Maybe we don't need that many wing. Maybe Dennis. And then I'll make Dennis available. Oh, he's available for the 21s. Gorn might be needed. Had Malvin's finishing changed at all? I don't think so. It's still only 10. We'll see how he gets on in this game here, though. I cannot read that, I'm afraid, Henrik. I don't speak Norwegian, but it does say something about disco demolition, so I'm sort of here for it. And then it says, shit, goddamn. I don't know what's happening. We're quite tired, by the way. I guess we're in the December schedule. We're actually knackered. Dinko might need to come out and Backstein play. And Bermeo come out and Suarez play here. Russian music, yeah. I'm not sure why you thought this was the place for it, but fair play to you. Enjoy. Okay. Did Norway play today? Is that why? World Cup fever, is it? You got a bout of it? Who said Russian? You said Russian. Or is it Russian? It's not Russian. Either way, you've been quite odd, mate. Right, let's play this game. Lordolino in. Main thing is, Demister is back. Terrier's first appearance. Let's see how we go. I mean, regardless of what it is, still begs the question of why, doesn't it? Excellent use of free will, I suppose. Leeds away from home. I'd love a Malv Demist masterclass. They've got Danois. I love Danois as a midfielder in this game. Brilliant. We've got a quite changed team here then. Quite changed. Francini on the left-hand side. Backstein in midfield. Suarez in for Bermeo. They've got Salami on the wing. They have, yeah. Terrier. He's got white boots on. Should we have a little look at... Oh, no, we won't. Search on Spotify. I'm all right. I'm actually fine. Very good. Fair enough. There's really very little in me that compels me to go and listen to Norwegian death metal right now, though. If anything at all. No English players. What, us? Yeah. We've got youngsters coming through. Sani and Dennis. Deflected cross corner. Samuel Lino plays for Leeds now. Headed away. I'm a bit worried about this. This feels quite goal. Jashari. Sao. Jashari. Yeah, I've told you. I told you it felt goal. Bloody Leeds Lee scoring the first goal. Look. 1-0. That's not the return of Demister that we wanted. How very small-minded of me. I know. I know. I just don't care for it. Norwegian death metal. Not right now. Not in this stage of life. All right, Bolde. Over the top to Terrier. First proper contribution from him. Can he find Demeester in the middle? He finds Laudelino off the bar. Good cross. Good cross. Laudelino's header, not accurate enough, though. They scored from their first shot. Of course they did. Sounds about right. Sounds quite FM, that, doesn't it? We've actually played an hour of it already this stream, just having a break now. Yeah, it's usually what we play, Norwegian death metal. All right, half an hour on the clock. Not our finest half an hour. This would be back-to-back losses. Slightly worrying. Would drop us down to 8th, look. What a brilliant position to be in, where I'm thinking, oh, God, we've dropped to 8th in the Premier League with our boys. It is going to be the first season, though. I think we can maybe say it now. First season since season number 1 where we're not going to win the league. No, it is enabled now greenness, to be fair. You could actually do it. I just hadn't started it when Brass was doing it earlier. Half time? Yeah. Swedish folk music, on the other hand, absolutely. We look like we might just about be the better team. We've got more possession, a couple more shots, bit more XG. Well, it's actually a bit less XG. Don't know about Norwegian death metal, but I do like Swedish power metal. Each to their own. Right. I need to see better second half. Laudelino might need to come off because he's knackered. Bolde's a bit tired too, but we do now have players in reserve, don't we? I quite like this Leeds team. I don't know who Salami is, but Danwar in the midfield, Jashari in midfield. I like Samuel Lino. Right, we've got a free kick in a good position. We do have big players. Why is he not in the box? He's got 20 jumping reach and he's standing there. Yeah, exactly, Digital Dog. It's so true. It's in anyway, though. You don't need Demeester in the box because Laudelino powers in. The lovely header down from John Pereira at the back post. The cross from Yamada, that's your centre-back on free kick duties, apparently. John Pereira, his centre-back partner, heads it down and Laudelino cannot miss from there and does not miss from there. Massive. We're on the attack maybe again, or at least the ball's in their half, in the hands of a Leeds player. We have it back now. Backstein loses it. Should be won back by us here, though. Set piece coach might need to be replaced. We might need to do some more staff admin. Terrier. Into Laudelino. Deflected. Bolde! We've turned it around. 2 in a couple of minutes. Laudelino shot deflects out to Bolde, who finishes. Laudelino involved here. Nice little ball into Terrier. A little scoop turn here, look. Oh, a little flick around the corner. The shot from Laudelino bounces to Bolde and Bolde finishes. Exactly. We just score from a set piece. Don't question his methods. Yamada into Demeester. Again, not in the box, but he is there now. Yamada down the left. Pereira. Centre-backs combining again. Laudelino. It's going to be deflected and in. It's 3-1. Laudelino involved in all 3. This time it's an own goal by Martin Sedidler. You got Sedidled. That doesn't work very well. Also, my execution of it was terrible. Laudelino, though. Lovely little ball across. It deflects in. Keeper can't keep it out. What a lovely turnaround. 50, 54, 56. Second half, we came out serious. Takes us back up to 7th. More set piece masterclass. Exactly. Here comes another one. Who's going to take this corner? Bolde is. Thank you for the follow, Steve. Backstein. Oh, he's at the post, Laudelino. Some games, Laudelino just absolutely turns up, doesn't he? And this is one of those games. I now want to bring Oliveira on for him because he's knackered, but he's playing so well. Valentine, over. I think we should. Who would have thought that playing Bolde in his preferred role would yield results? Yeah, quite crazy, really, isn't it? All right, let's do Oliveira centre mid. I am going to do it for Laudelino just because he is knackered, even though he's our best player. Let's also do... Who's most tired out of these two? No. Francini's all right. So let's do Valentine and we'll bring Gorn on. Let's do Sani for Demeester. It won't be a dream return for him. but at least we're winning. And then, do you know what? Let's do Luca on in midfield too. 22 minutes to play. We've got another set piece. Look, late arrival. Here come the centre-backs. Thought it was going to go in again. They all waited and came sprinting in at the last minute. That was cool. Where do you want to finish in the Premier League? Anywhere above 18th? And I'm happy. Right now, I'd probably... a top half finish I'd be happy with. I mean, it'd be lovely to sneak into Europe, but I almost feel like that would be overachieving. So anywhere in the top half, I'd be happy with. Right, did I have Dennis on my bench? Because if I did, I should give him 10 minutes as well. I did not. Let's do instead... Chucky another 10. I don't know if Chucky scored a goal yet. I think he has. But I do feel like if we're going to... we have to get him at least one this season. We'll check that. Terrier. I think a successful debut from him. He's on a 7. Done all right. Gorn. Oliveira. He might get on the end of this anyway. Sani, down to Chucky! Prem goal! We don't need to check it anymore because Chucky is a Premier League goal scorer. There is going to be a VAR check. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Goal awarded! Chucky has risen to the very top. Mission accomplished. Caleb Chukwuemeka, play that song. 413 counties.
His name's Chucky.
And he's a bloody star.
He's a star. He is Caleb Chukwuemeka. He scores goals.
We're the Premier League.
And we see Chucky is his name.
Absolutely massive. Off the bench to score. A 4-1 win from 1-0 down. What a turnaround that was. 50, 54, 56, and then 90 at the end. Sani assist as well. Absolutely glorious from that is. I feel like we've completed the save. We've got Chucky to score in the Premier League. Demister's back permanently. John Pereira's coming back permanently. We've signed a little terrier. Chucky finally scores. Yep. That's the way to frame that, isn't it? Not those like Chucky finally scores. Not look at the journey. He scored his first goal for us in the Southern Premier League Central. And now he has scored in the Premier League. Look at that run. National League, North, National League, League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League. Goals every single season. Absolutely, I think I prefer the Russian heavy metal. That's fair. Now top it off with a Premier League win and wrap the save up. Yeah, we're done. One day when we get the England job and give Chucky his England debut, though. Wonder if the England job's available. I think Iriola did leave his role. Julien Stefan is the England boss. Why? Why is that a thing? Iriola was manager for a while and then he left. And I don't think he's got another job. He's now a free agent. Do you want to be a coach for it? Nope, fair enough. That's weird. We could get the Austria job and calling up to there, couldn't we? That could work. Is it 7 tiers now? I think so, yeah. Right, Lordolino was outrageous for a while in that second half, wasn't he? Really, really good. Right, let's just see if we get any offers for Antic. We have Southampton in the FA Cup coming up in a week. Ooh. This could cause a little bit of thinking. It's only 8 million. We do have a bid now from Al Hazem for Suarez. I don't think it's enough. I will say, where was that in the summer? I think I'd want 10 mil plus for him. And if it was negotiable, we could have a conversation, Al Hazem. But no. You didn't want to do that, did you? What's this? As part of our recruitment focus, I'm looking at Brazil, am I? I don't remember doing that, but there we go. Up his asking price. Yeah, that's probably due to the summer when we put his asking price as that. His actual value is 20 million. So yeah, there you go. I think you need a new DM as backup. I think Suarez as a backup is really good. I will say he does want to be an important player. But yeah, I'm sort of Al Hazem aren't going to offer more than that when that was his asking price. Probably need to check, is there anybody else with asking prices around that? And also, is Antich wanted yet? Still no. Can I speak to his agent again? I can. Nobody considers him a viable prospect to buy. Oh, there's loans. They're rubbish. Oh, yeah, if we're selling him, yeah. I don't want to sell him, though. I think that was more like we're just having a look at the bid because a bid came in. Right, chat. It is now approaching 12:30. To be fair, I know we started late. I was only planning to go till 12, so we've done a little bit of extra there because we had to go and get Maldemeest's debut in, or his second debut in. Is it his third debut? No, because he didn't play before he went. I guess it kind of is because he came back on loan, but he didn't ever play here, did he? But I think we will call it there for today. Really fun stream today. I really liked the back and forth doing our like squad it stuff. That was really cool. So thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the new follows. Steve, Carrie, Sergio, New Pork, La Super, Benny, and also all of the resubs too. Thank you. NT, I think I missed yours. Subscribe with Prime. Maybe I said it, but if not, thank you so much. The gifted subs as well from Brass Scorpion, Tom with the resub. Appreciate you guys. Legends. I will catch you on Tuesday. So a couple of days, we'll be back and we'll do the next part of this, and it'll be lovely times for all, hopefully. And also go and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Leave a like on the YouTube stream if you're watching over there, and I'll have a look, see if there's a raid to do over on Twitch. If not, I'll catch you next time. You guys are legends. Thank you so much for hanging out. See you very soon. Bye. See you later. Toodle pip. Join the cult. You can never leave. See you later.